Apologies, guys. Mic not on. Hello, welcome to the Red and Blue Site YouTube channel. Today, big game, of course, Palace against Brighton and Hove Albion. It is the big one that we've all been waiting for. Hello, guys. Welcome. People starting to come in now. Yes, apologies first and foremost for not having a preview out yesterday. Couldn't find the time to, unfortunately, but found it. Obviously, got the time today for this, and I always enjoy these live streams. I always enjoy these watch-alongs with you guys. Everyone puts in some fantastic thoughts. We always interact with, always interact with the chat and interact with you guys. Love to put questions out there and hear what you guys think about the team, etc., etc. But especially in these games, we've had some great moments, such as the Man United result, for example. That was what a game that was, and what a result that was for everyone involved with Palace. And yeah, we've just got the game, got the coverage starting now as well. The cameras, they're all on Zaha at the moment. Scored more goals versus Brighton than any other opponent in his career. They're going to be worried about him today, of course. Before I carry on, guys, I will be getting into the lineup in just a moment. Obviously, welcome, and please put in your thoughts down below in the chat for this game, because obviously nerves starting to get, less than half an hour to kick off, starting to get a bit nervous now, because this is such an important game for both teams. This is our biggest game of the season, biggest fixture. We have to go at them, and we have to get a result. There's no excuses today to not get a result, and we have to put in a performance. It's so crucial. We'll be getting into the teams and just now. In fact, guys, I'm going to go into the lineup. Of course, if you haven't seen it already, the Palace team, and I am quite happy about this as well. Guaita in goal. We have got Joel Ward at right back. Gary Cahill, he's back from injury. He's been training all week, and Roy Hodgson has put him back in the side. That is so big for a game like today to have Cahill back in the setup. There we go, guys. Sorry, just repositioning you there. But next to him, Chiarte, and I think it was right to drop Sacco out of there and keep Chiarte in, because Chiarte has been rock solid all season, in my opinion. Fantastic stuff. Mitchell at left back, of course, and that's the back four, and it's probably our strongest back four so far. You then got Townsend, MacArthur, Gyro Riedewald. Roy Hodgson's done it. He's put in Riedewald to start a game. We've waited a few seasons for it, but it's finally happened. And Schlupp wide left. And up front, Batshuayi starts alongside Zaha. And at last, Batshuayi's first Premier League start for Palace since his last loan spell. Fantastic stuff. People are saying, where's Eze? He's on the bench. And I think it's because he played twice for England during the international break for the under-21s. And maybe Roy just wants him to, like he did with Wan-Bissaka. Remember when Wan-Bissaka first broke through? He, at the end of that season, when he came in around January, we had an injury crisis at right back, and he made his debut against Spurs and played really well, and then obviously played quite a lot of games from then on in that season. You've got to remember, towards the end of that season, there was about 5-6 games to go. He didn't play in any of those games, or he didn't start in any of those games at right back. And there was a lot of people who were unhappy about that and were wondering why isn't he playing? He's young player through the academy, being playing very, very well. Why isn't Wan-Bissaka starting? And Roy's reasoning for that was he wanted to drip feed him into the team. He didn't want to play him too much too soon. And, for a young player, just adapting your body, adapting your fitness to the Premier League, and just being bled into the team and bled into that sort of scenario is probably best for him. And I think he's doing the same thing with Eze here. He's starting him. He's played well. Don't get me wrong. Deserves to start today, of course. And I would have preferred him to have played ahead of Schlupp. But again, I understand Roy's reasoning behind it. I think he's doing exactly what he did with Wan-Bissaka. He's doing the same thing with Eze, but make no mistake about it, he will definitely be coming off the bench at some point. Hopefully not too early. Hopefully we won't have to make changes too quickly in this game. Welcome everyone to the chat. People starting to flood in now. Thank you for joining. I hope you're all excited for today. Oh, excited is maybe not the best word. I will be addressing at halftime, guys, like the end of the transfer window, and of course the signing that we made with Butland. Not on the bench today. I don't think he signed in time to play today, but or to be involved in the squad today. But I will be covering all transfer stuff that happened in the last earlier this week at halftime. I think that's the best time to do it. Right now, in the build up to kick off, I'm going to be focusing on the game. Fulham, I've just seen a comment come in. Fulham leading at Bramall Lane. That's massive. That is a big game for both teams. Predictions. Get your predictions coming in, guys. We've got a 3-0. I don't know. I don't think it'll be 3-0. I'd love it if it is, though. It's one of those games, Brighton have started the season well, and we've got the same record after 4 games so far this season. Could go either way, Could go either way. Going over to the Brighton lineup, so that was Palace's lineup. Personally, happy with that. I'm happy Batshuayi's come in. I think he had to start as well up front. Ayu's not been playing well at the start of this season. The one player who's been probably singled out was the poor starter of the season, if I have to be honest. And I think Batshuayi, he's definitely up to speed now. Again, got game time, minutes, and a goal in international duty for Belgium. He's got to play and start for the rest of the season. For all those people who were saying we had a poor window because we've got a striker in who Roy's not going to play, well, now you understand why he wasn't playing him, and now you understand, and hopefully now you'll understand why he'll probably be starting for the rest of the season. So I'm very happy with that. Zaha had to play up front as well, and carrying on with that 4-4-2, I really like MacArthur staying in and McCarthy dropping out. Totally agree with that as well. MacArthur has been so good at this start of the season, so underrated by the teams, and he is the reason why we play so well in that unit in the midfield. He's the catalyst to everything, just backwards and forwards. He runs for days. And Riedewald in there, I think, is really interesting. Just gives us a bit more creativity, allowing to, pick. He's got a good passing range, can pick a pass, and I think that is something we've been lacking for a number of years now, not just this season, but having a player who can pick a pass and create things in the midfield. And I think Riedewald can do that, maybe in a deeper role and covering Maka when he's bombing forward. But I'm just really happy. I love the balance of the team. I think it is no complaints whatsoever, and I don't think the players and anyone should be complaining about this starting lineup. I think it is a really good starting lineup. Brighton's team, Matt Ryan, they play with a back 5, of course, with wing backs. Webster, Dunk, White, that has been their starting back 3 in defence. Dunk, of course, hopefully he can have another one of those days today, Dunk, where he gets absolutely rinsed. Burn playing, and Lamptey left and right wing back. Burn is a weird one because him bombing up and down the left wing at 6'6" or whatever height he is. Very interesting that. Very strange. Lallana, Basuna in the middle. Lallana's a walking sick note at the moment, so if he manages to play 90 minutes, and that's an achievement for them. But Lamptey's the one for me. He's had a great start to the season. He's a really good player. If we need to, Mitchell's going to have a lot of work cut out. It's going to be a really interesting battle actually. Mitchell and Lamptey down the right, down that flank. I'd love to know your thoughts on that, guys, because I think he would be the key down that side. To get in behind. And then the front 3 of March, Trossard, Mopai. It's pretty much Brighton's standard starting 11. That Trossard, one to watch as well, because he hit the bar how many times against United, and I think that he is probably the closest thing they've got to as a hard kind of player. Who likes to dribble, cut in, and cause teams problems. Mopai obviously scored last season. He's always going to be dangerous. Got to watch out for him. So I do think it's going to be quite a close game, guys. I don't think it's going to be a runaway scoreline, but. Yeah, this is nervy. It's nervy. We've got 20 minutes or so till kick off. Sky are just putting up the starting lineups. And you look at our bench as well, the depth on the bench now. Sacco, Van Arnholt back on the bench as well from injury. Klein, Nathaniel Klein, again, we'll be getting on to him in the halftime chat. Luca, Abereyeze and Benteke. It's a strong bench as well. So it's probably the best depth that we've had for a number of seasons now. And we've got to be... got to take advantage of it. In my opinion, it's a much stronger bench than the one we're seeing from Brighton now. Their bench are Veltman, Bernardo, McAllister, Pascal Gross. Pascal Gross is an okay player. Alzate and Connolly. That is a weaker bench than the one we've got at the moment. So we've got to make sure we start well. We've got to go at them. And if we can get first goal, I always say it, but with Palace especially, first goal is so crucial. Our record when we score first, I think we win 80% of our games, and we lose a good 80%, I think above... I think it's 85% or more of our games where we go 1-0 down, we don't end up getting anything out of the game. So it's so crucial the way we play that deep, tight, compact setup and looking to break on the counter. It's so crucial we get the first goal because we've got the defenders, especially with Cahill back in the defence now, instantly much more solid, as a unit. And you know that it will be a much tougher game. A much tougher, a much more solid game, I'd say, at centre back with Sacco out of there. Let's go into some of your thoughts, guys. Schlupp needs to help Mitchell, of course, mate. And I think that's it is quite a good shot playing out wide left, I think, in that sense, because he's obviously played at left back before. He's played at wing back. He's played in that sort of role, and he knows to get back in. Roy, the way he plays, we've seen with Zaha when he plays out wide, the amount of running he does, Townsend will on the other side as well. So I do think the wingers will come back and help defend, but Lamptey is dangerous, of course, Orlando. And as I said, I think Mitchell-Lamptey battle is going to be massive. Whoever comes out on top there, I think that will go a long way to one of the teams getting a result in this. Come on, Crystal Palace as Samuel Ingram thrash Brighton over Albion 6-0. I can't see it being that sort of scoreline today, mate, but I would love it more than anything. I'll give anything for that. Yes, Tristan, I know about Sarr, mate. As I said, we'll get onto all that transfer stuff at half-time. My thoughts on that. I don't think we need to cover it too much at the moment. I'll cry if Zaha scores. Mopai and Zaha just will both score. I hate to admit, probably 1-1 my prediction. Draw's not the end of the world. Just no, we cannot lose this game. Cannot lose this game. Gary says Luca can't get in. To be honest, mate, it's because Maka has been so good. Riedewald had a great pre-season. When he's come off the bench, has looked good. Luca played midweek, and he obviously had that timeout because of being in isolation. So I think he's about a week or so behind the rest of the squad in terms of fitness anyway. There's no need to bring him in at the moment. I know he brings that physicality, and in a game like this, maybe where we can look to overpower the midfield. You look at the midfield too for Brighton, Lallana and Bissouma. Bissouma on his day can be a really good player. He's their sort of MacArthur player for them. On his day, he can cause teams problems. I know he caused us problems a few years ago at the Amex. There's a chance there, especially with Lallana in there, to get a bit of physicality, get in their faces to control that midfield. So maybe there's an argument for Luca being in there for that reason. But I think we're looking to match them up. Having Lallana's there, Lallana and Riedewald, same sort of players for both teams. MacArthur and Basuma, same sort of players. So the midfield two kind of are like for both teams. So I think it's just about who can win their individual battles on the day. I know it's a bit of a cliche that, but you know what I mean. It's going to all come down to that. Wilf hat-trick today. I'd love that to be the case, mate. I'd love that to be the case. What do you think about the offside decision yesterday between Liverpool and Everton? It's typical. It's the rules at the end of the day, mate. And the guy behind the monitors monitoring it and doing that, and it's a rule problem more than a VAR problem. But the debate will always be VAR out. But it's more the referees are not good enough, in my opinion. I've always said it, more than the technology and the actual VAR system being the problem. I think it's the referees. It's just showing how poor the referees are for some of the decisions that are being made. And I think that the rules have been changed, ludicrously changed, to what they are now in some instances, like the handball rule, for example. Ridiculous changes to the fundamental laws of the game, and combine that with the refereeing quality, in my opinion, of the Premier League, and it's caused these controversial moments that we see today. The offside rule, for example, that is what the letter of the law. If a part of your body that can score a goal is ahead of the player, no matter how far ahead, it is deemed as offside in the rule book. So there's a bit of defence there for the referees, but there's also, in some, like for example, the Pickford incident that happened as well yesterday. How on earth that he wasn't sent off for that? It doesn't matter if it was offside and that was an off the ball or not part of the play, that incident, because technically it came after an offside call. It's still like, an off the ball incident at the end of the day, and he's out for however many months. Van Dijk, massive loss for Liverpool. And it was just poor refereeing from the person behind the camera. Who's the ref today? That's a good question, Orlando. Let me take a look. Stuart Atwell is the referee. Hopefully he doesn't bottle it today. He's a bit of a B-Tech ref, Stuart Atwell, but hopefully he doesn't bottle it today. He got to referees are so important in these sort of games as well. We saw with the derby yesterday, referees have to be on it and allow things to carry on going, not just get the card out straight away, unless obviously it's worthy of it, but let the game have a bit of physicality to it to an extent. Thank you again, guys, for everyone coming in, viewers coming in, and obviously when we kick off, hopefully things will get even bigger then, and, get your score predictions in first and foremost. A lot of people put in 1-1. A lot of people saying 6-0, 3-0 Palace and all that. I would love it. I'd love more than anything for a clean sheet and a number of goals going in at us, from our strikers. Batshuayi's are hard to get on the score sheet today would be amazing. But just, a good solid performance. And I think we get through this. We get through this with a result. We Brighton were not great at the Amex last season. Well, they had the more chances, but they couldn't put any away. And I think their problem is scoring goals as well. Got to be on it today. Watching the Brighton players warm up right now. God, I wish I was there. Could imagine the fans there right now, guys. It would have been fantastic. Opinions on Graham Potter. I think he's a good manager, but just good at the moment. I'm not going to give him too much praise because I do think that he's fortunate that he's got some players that I think have got him out of tough areas. His unwillingness to change from his system has cost him a couple of times and could have got them relegated if they didn't beat Arsenal last season. They were well and truly in a relegation battle, Brighton, and I think just got to be careful to overrate managers. You've got to be careful, things like that. Let's just take a look now. It's gone to a break. We've got 10 minutes till kickoff, guys. 10 minutes to go. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know how you're feeling. Big game today. Refresh the stream, guys. If you've got any problems on it, just refresh the stream. It should all be okay. I really hope we get something today, everyone. Honestly, we've got to get something today. Big game. Big game. Big game. Just looking as well, if people were questioning why Butland wasn't in on the bench today, it was because I don't think he was signed in time. I think that's the reason behind it. I'm bricking it because I have to deal with Brighton fans when we lose to them. Yeah, I think my dad's got Brighton fans at work as well. I know the pain you're feeling, mate. Is your family watching in another room? Might be, mate. I don't know what they're doing. However, I saw something that we're going to rebuild the Sainsbury's end. I haven't seen that, Tristan, personally. I think we're still focused on just rebuilding the main stand, let alone the Sainsbury's end. That's something to come probably in a good decade from now, if it is true. That's true. I hate Brighton fans. I so wish that we could be in the stadium right now. Mate, I feel your pain. I am exactly the same right now. Come on, boys. We've got this. It's hotting up. Not long now. Less than 10 minutes till the big one. Got to start strong. I want us to play and start the way we did against Man United. If we play the same way we did against Chelsea, I'll be livid. Because Chelsea was really disappointing. It was one of those out of the blue. Roy Hodgson, I say out of the blue. We've seen it before in the past. It's not an unseen thing from Roy. But it's just a strange thing when we play a big team and we can do a performance like Man United and then come against Chelsea and not play the same way when we saw how well it worked, and we just sat back and it was awful and just let them roll over us and didn't really offer anything in return. And it really baffles me because Roy does that every now and again. He brings out that sort of performance and it's out of the blue almost. It's like not even needed. We could be on a good run of form and then he sets the team up to play like that. And that is a frustration of Roy, 100%. But in this game against Brighton, I can't see that being the case. I could see him being compact and solid like we were at large parts against United. But hopefully we're as clinical and as lethal on the break as we were as well. That's the aim. Have you ever met Ian Wright, Mark Bright, John Solarco? I've met John Solarco briefly in London. I was just walking by and he was there. Got a picture with him. That was nice. Little chat. Mark Bright I met at a Newcastle game. Ian Wright never met. Hopefully I will one day. Hate Man United but enjoy seeing Aaron Wan-Bissaka score. Yeah, what a goal it was as well from AWB. First goal for United, and some people say he's a snake, and the way he left us was like a bit dodgy. But at the end of the day, he went there knowing he would be the starting right back for Manchester United, and and he's been playing very well, and he's had a good start to the season. You know, I think I'll just wish him all the best. And it's great to see a Palace Academy player coming through and, making a name for himself at the biggest club in the world. It's always good to see that. Hi, Harvey and everyone. Any good free way to watch the game? Not that I know of, mate. I'm sure there's something out there that, if you dig deep enough, there's always something out there that you can. But I'm not going to be telling you anything that I know of. I'm just watching it on Sky at the moment, mate. But yeah, I hope you do find something to watch the game, especially if you are a Palace fan. I really love Eze, but I think that Schlupp is better when playing on the left. Eze is the best in that number 10 role. This is from Adamski. You reckon we should change the system to accommodate for that? Maybe, and I think maybe Roy, maybe that's why he's testing Schlupp out wide today, because Eze's played very well. He's had a great start to the season, and I think I always bring up with Eze this season, it's been his maturity. He looks like he's been playing in the Premier League for years, and he looks like he's playing well above his age. Not, taking on players in a way as a Harwood at that age, but not necessarily going too far and trying to take on too many players. When he gets to a dead end, he doesn't look to make the incredible run. He will then hold up the play, pass it back, make room, and look to receive the ball, wanting the ball again. So I love that. I love that about his play, and I think he'll be. As I said, QPR fans have said it as well. They think, and I think it's probably the right case as well. His best position is in that number 10 role, as you mentioned. And I do think that Roy will look to put him there. But I just think it takes time to bed into a new system. And I think that Schlupp defensively is a bit better than Eze. And that's no criticism of Eze. That's just facts. The way Schlupp started his career at left back and left wing back, it's natural that he will be a lot more familiar with the role defensively. There you go, Cloud9. People giving you some options there. In the chat where you can watch a game. It would be good for English football for Crystal Palace to win the Premier League title, wouldn't it just, mate? I'm totally on that for you. I totally agree with that. What's the lineup for Crystal Palace? It is, and I'm very happy about it. I'll run through it again for those who don't know. Guaita in goal, Ward, Cahill back, first start of the season. That is massive, coming back in a game of this importance. He was the catalyst for the win that we got at the Amex just before lockdown last season, and he could be the difference today as well. Bringing him back in defence instantly makes you feel a lot more comfortable as a fan that we can see them out and be a lot more solid. Great Chiarte alongside him, which I think is a great defensive duo, and Mitchell left back. We then got Townsend, MacArthur, Riedewald starting his first time this season in the midfield. Really happy about that. He matches up Brighton's midfield two of Lallana and Basuma quite nicely, actually. And I think, again, probably the best passer of the ball out of the midfielders we've got. And picking a pass from midfield and having that bit of creativity has always been a problem today. A problem that we've seen with this Palace side. So having him in is brilliant. Love that. Schlupp starting out wide. And I think Eze was dropped to the bench just because of his... he played 2 games already this week for under 21 duties for England, and maybe just being rested and just watching it from Roy. I don't think he wants to overuse him too soon. And in this sort of game, Schlupp with his defensive capabilities as well is always a good thing to have, just to make things a bit more solid. And Eze off the bench is what a player to bring off the bench at the end of the day. And then up front, Zaha, of course, alongside Batshuayi, and I think that's a great move from Roy again, because Ayew, as we all know, has had a poor start to the season, and he's absolutely, Batshuayi, been on fire in terms of, goals for Belgium, and international duties look great, and I think he's ready to start now after having doubts over his fitness. And look at this. There we go. It's finished 1-1, Sheffield United, Fulham. Relegation 6 points are not the result either team probably would have wanted. Yes, it's Sheffield United's and Fulham's first points of the season, but they would have both been wanting a win there. A draw doesn't really do either of them any favours. Yes, it gets them off the mark in terms of points in the Premier League, but that's a big moment there. There we are on 6 points after 4 games. A win here could see us catapult up into the European spots. So a win's massive. Do you need a lot of football knowledge and to be a football fanatic to be on 90-minute football? No, Sam, no. Of course not. You just need Have you seen Boovie? Do you need good football knowledge? No, you just got to be passionate, mate. And here we go. Team's coming out. Brighton in there. What looks to be a weird green, almost, what is that? Like camouflage green jacket. And there are the boys in the tunnel in their beautiful Puma gear. Come on, boys. Coming out the tunnel now. Come on, boys. We've got this. Come on, Palace. It's so important, this game. We need to start well. Cahill is captain, guys, for those wondering. Thank you again. Please, guys, like and share the stream down below if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And like, as I said, especially if you're excited for this one, because this is the big game of the season for Palace and Brighton fans. This is it. This is all that matters, this game. Have to get a result. There's Zaha at the back of the line. Come on, Wilf. This is your day, mate. This is your day. Going through the lineups one more time on Sky. Guaita in goal, of course. Ward, Cahill back in alongside Chiarte and Mitchell at left back. We then have got Townsend, MacArthur, Riedewald, Schlupp as a midfield four. Again, I think great balance in that midfield. And then up front, of course, the main man, Wilfried Zaha, alongside Michy Batshuayi for his first start for Palace since his last loan spell. This is it, guys. This is it. Like if you're ready for this game and if you're excited for this game, and share the stream as well, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. More Palace content coming thick and fast. Let's get the predictions in, guys. Palace win. It's got to be a Palace win, surely. Come on, boys. They're going through the Brighton lineup now. I'm going to cut over to the watch along setup. Lock the score. The time even. Come on, boys. Get some lights on, guys. Come on. Mitchell there, the camera's on him. They know it's a big game for him as well. Come on. Mitchell, the new Wan-Bissaka, guys. You all know it. Townsend to score. Hat-trick, says Liam. 1-0 Mopai Lenny. You can go and do one, mate. No, it's all right. We've all got predictions, obviously, for this one. Come on, Palace. Lallana, let's hope he doesn't have his first good performance today for Brighton. Come on, Palace. This is so important today. A win is massive. Come on. Nervy, man, nervy. It's these games. It means so much. And all Palace fans will know what I'm going through right now. And I know what you're going through as well, watching this alongside me. Brighton in the yellow strip, white shorts. Palace, obviously, in the famous red and blue. Let's do this, boys. Let's do this. Come on. Teams are ready to go. Of course, we are going to take the knee when the referee blows the whistle for the Black Lives Matter, movement. And we're taking the knee now. Burn at left for it. Wing back, so interesting for me. We can really exploit that if Townsend is on it today. Referee looks to his watch, blows the whistle, and we're off. Come on, the Palace. Come on, boys. Ball played forward straight away. MacArthur there underneath it. Batshuayi coming back in to put Basuma under pressure, and Brighton pick up the ball with Dunk. You can imagine the chance. We all know the chance that would be, flying around Selhurst Park right now if we had fans there. It'd be interesting to know how this game goes actually without fans there, because at times I've thought that Palace, not that we bottled it under the pressure, but I think in these big games where the fans are so up for it and we provide the best atmosphere of the season for this game in particular at Selhurst Park, and the players have not always got the result that the atmosphere would suggest. And Brighton have dealt with the atmosphere quite well at times. I hate to say it, there was that performance a few seasons ago, of course, when we lost 2-1 and Murray scored and Knockout got that worldie. We didn't play very well in that game at all. Lallana coming through here, early start for Brighton, looking to curl one with his left foot, and it's well high and wide. But early warning signs there. They broke through the midfield line. That's the first chance of the game. Nice little pass in from Ben White. Don't want them to dictate tempo or dictate anything in this game, especially at this stage, early stage. You want to be on it. Let me just move, guys. I've just noticed the time there is a bit of an awkward spot in terms of, the lighting there. So I'm just going to move it down so you can see it a bit better. But people saying 1-1, going for draws, all those 6-0, 5-0s are a little bit, those predictions have gone out the window a bit now. They're all a lot more reasonable. Come on, boys. Win your battles. Get into them. Is so important today. Come on, boys. Throw in on the right-hand side in front of the dugouts. Lamptey, who is going to take it. Massive, as I said already, guys. Mitchell against Lamptey is going to be so important today. Let me know how you think that will go. Brian take the throw in, and we've mopped up Chiarte clearing at the back. It's something for Zaha to chase here. Headed out by Byrne. Batshuayi does well there to pick the ball up. And Schlupp, well done, boys. And for the first part of the game now, we've got foot on the ball, 2 minutes in. First period of possession for Palace. Knocking it round now. Cahill knocks it over to Chiarte. Here you go. And this is what I like. Riedewald coming deep to pick up the ball and look to try and build something. We don't get that enough where midfielders showing for the ball. And we always end up going long far too often, in my opinion. And Riedewald playing in that deep midfield role, looking to spray passes from deep, I think is the best position for him. Mitchell does well there. He wins the free kick because Brighton were on the counter there, so he does well to win that free kick. The ball got plucked out from him, but obviously illegally. Riedewald, massive game for him. And I'll reiterate the point, guys. So happy to see him in the starting lineup. I think he thoroughly deserves to be in there. And hopefully he has a game that I think his performances in pre-season and off the bench, hopefully he can play a very similar way to that. And then, I think that'll be fine. Lovely little pass into Zaha, and obviously they're on him like that because they know the importance of getting on Zaha, and he loses the ball out. And Brighton are back in possession all the way on the other side of the pitch now with March and Byrne. Very, Brighton have had that one shot with Lallana, but it's been very, still. There's not been a quick tempo. It's been quite a, both teams testing the water sort of feel to it. Basuma with the ball now just inside the Palace half. He's looking for a pass. He can't find it. He wants a run there from Lamptey. He got annoyed and he has to play it back. Webster with the pass into Lamptey, looking for a quick 1-2, ends up going back to Webster. Good shape from Palace, and you always expect it with Roy, especially with Cahill now marshalling things from deep. I think it's good. We're going to be setting up quite well, and have a solid approach to the game. Dunk with the long ball forward, Ward underneath it. He lets it bounce because he's got time, and he ends up clearing it. Well played from Joel Ward there. Knew his surroundings. Riedewald, lovely little touch into Townsend. A chance to run now. Go on, Townsend. Oh, it's a poor pass. Poor pass into Michy Batshuayi, who hasn't really had... Oh, come on, ref. Come on, ref. Batshuayi's trying to chase the ball down. Dunk gets in the way. He pushes him to one side, and Dunk goes holding his face, and he's getting told off by the ref. What's going on there? Oh, Dunk. Even when the fans aren't there, he's an absolute wind-up. What a pathetic player. Nothing there, and the referee's bought it. Stuart Atwell, come on, mate. This is probably the biggest game you've ever refed, mate. You got to deal with this. Mitchell up against Lamptey, and he deals with it well there. That battle already starting. A lot of play already down that right-hand side, and he's dealt with that. Throwing to Brighton. Just need to get a foot on the ball. 5 minutes in, we've hardly had a chance to knock the ball about. It's been Brighton with all the possession. Got to get a foot on the ball. Don't let them dictate this tempo. Riedewald there, well done. Clears, mops things up, and we can regroup, reshape. Byrne playing the ball long, and Chiarte's there to mop things up. Syed, mate, if you do stuff like that, I'm just gonna ban you. Don't start putting in score lines in the chat because it's just not. It's it's pathetic. Diego in the chat. Afternoon. Oh, come on, Palace. Got my lucky home shirt on. Hopefully that works out for us then, mate. Hopefully that gets us over the line. Chrissy, yes, I do, mate, but I've got a job at the moment, so it's harder to be on there because they film at whilst I'm working. So there's only certain times where I can actually be available for them. But I am still involved with them, mate. We've done well there. It's a bit of a scuffle here. Chance here for Palace. Townsend gets the ball out, but they were on him, and they've started the game better. Brighton, they have. You've got no point, being biased here. They've started a better team. They've been on it quicker. They're looking to get the ball, win the ball back quicker. Trossard down to the byline, cut back. Space for Lamptey, looking to get a shot away, and he blocks. A good block from Schlupp, and that's the point we made earlier, guys. Schlupp, his defensive duties, he's going to be a lot more reliable back there than Eze, and that's just that's no disrespect or criticism of Eze at all. It's just naturally Schlupp is a bit more more familiar with that role defensively than Eze is, and he did well there to close down and block the shot from Lamptey. Ward out there now. Oh, come on, boys. Got to be up for this. That's poor from Ward, but Riedewald's mopped it up and he's beaten a couple of players, and instantly now he's opened it up. That's brilliant from Riedewald. Chance was hard to run now. Oh, and he's left the ball behind. Come on, Wilf. You're better than this, mate. Lallana running through now. He's beaten Schlupp out on the left. On the right, sorry, I should say, for them. We've won the ball back, though. No foul. Lallana, get on with it, mate. We'll know if it's a foul because you will actually be injured. The fact you're still playing means it's obviously not a foul. It's not £15, mate. It's on Sky are actually showing this live. It's not on the box office. Oh, Ryan looking to play out there. And Batshuayi almost got a toe on that pass. Again, though, Brian with more of the ball. I do think this will be his last season, but you never know. You never know. It's all down to what Roy feels at the end of the day. Poor pass from Lamptey. Lamptey getting involved a lot early stages. Not the best of starts, I'd say. But then again, Palace as a whole, we've not had the ball very much. We're 8.5 minutes in almost. And it's all been, whenever we got the ball, it's normally just been clearances up the pitch because Brighton have been running at us and, haven't really held the ball very well at all. Not really knocked any passes about. That's a poor pass there. Look, come on, boys. You know how important this game is. Let's not just do stupid long balls up there when no one's running onto it. Hold the ball, lads. Just hold the ball and get the possession going again because that's what Brighton are doing, and they're looking the stronger team in the early stages. Kouyaté well read there. Clears the ball for a throw-in. Good ball forward from March. Slow start. It's a slow start. Slow start from Palace. Need to buck our ideas up for sure. Brighton with the throw-in. It's a foul throw at the moment because March isn't behind the line, but it's never given. They never give foul throws. And they've switched the ball out to Lamptey, and it's Mitchell now 1-on-1 with Lamptey. This is the battle that I think will be so crucial. And Mitchell Lamptey looked to have beaten Mitchell, but Mitchell did turn on the burners a bit there, and he's managed to get a block in for the cross for a corner. Really good defending there. Really good pace from Lamptey, but great from Mitchell to stay with him, and he ends up getting the block in brilliantly. First corner of the game. Yeah, Adam, it is very similar to the way we started last season. A bit of panic. I wouldn't say panic, maybe that's a bit far, but no, we don't look settled. We look nervous. We want to clear the ball quickly rather than look to hold it. Go on, Kouyaté. Burn getting his hands on you. Go on, Kouyaté. Go on, give him one. MacArthur trying to tell him to just hold, just to relax, keep your head. Cahill's in there as well. Come on, boys. Cahill with the captain's armband today. Come on, boys. So important in this game. And as I said, Brighton have looked good in terms of when they lost the ball, instantly trying to get on us to win it back. It's been a good start from them. We've got to look to do the same and just look to get a good period, a few minutes of holding the ball and just holding possession because we can't carry on. It's only 10 minutes in, but we can't carry on the game like this. Burn with his arm high up. There's a lot of grappling in that box all around the keeper. Ball comes in, and it's a very well done from Guaita there. Very well done there to get a punch on it. It comes out to Basuma, and he hits the side netting. It was never challenging the goal. Cahill playing... Cahill, it's only been 10 minutes, mate. Not a lot to talk about. Cahill hasn't really had a touch of the ball apart from passing sideways to try and build up some possession. But defending well so far, because this is early pressure that Brian are putting us under, and we're dealing with it at the moment. Good from Guaita there. He did well. There was good 3 or 4 bodies around him. Their tactic clearly to put bodies in and around the keeper, and it worked there. But Guaita still managed to get a hand to it, which is fair play to him. Goal kick for Palace. Almost 12 minutes into the game. As I said, let's get a foot on it. Let's start building up some possession now. Can't keep playing the game like this and just looking to lump the ball up there when we do get it. And got to look to hold the ball. See, it's too easy in the midfield areas. Brian have won that very easily, under no challenge. Batshuayi looking to get onto Ben White. Ben White just gets there ahead of Batshuayi. Batshuayi looking good energy up front, looking to press at the right times, and he's almost caught them out on a couple of occasions. But Brian, to be fair, kept the ball. Lamptey out wide now, up against Mitchell again. All their play coming through that right side. They know how important Lamptey is to the way they play. And the ball ends up coming all the way back to Ryan, who knocks it over to Burn. See a 67% possession in the first 12 minutes for Brighton. And I'm surprised it's that low, to be honest. The 33% that we've had has all been punted up the pitch, to be honest. So he beat the midfield line there. Mapai coming deep to pick up. That's a nice little move. Basuma out wide. Yeah, far too comfortable. Brighton controlling possession, controlling everything at the moment. Whip the ball in, and Chiarte's there to clear. Townsend picks up the scraps. We couldn't get that ball up the line to Zaha. Zaha doesn't get there. Keeper's coming out. What a take from Guaita. Came a long way there, and he's that sort of thing from your keeper just calms everyone down. That's a really good take. He's travelled a long way there. A floated ball from Basuma looking to go to Lamptey at the back post, and Guaita's come running a long way outside the 6-yard box to get there, and it's a good take. But Brighton all of a sudden back on the attack. Shot coming in just wide from Ben White. What are we doing, boys? Come on! We are looking vulnerable, and it's Mitchell. It's a slack pass into the Breedavold in the midfield, and Ben White's there to pounce. Luckily, it wasn't Mopai, because that was an awful shot, really. He skewed it wide, and he should have got out on target from that position. No one's there to get the block in. I'll tell you what, it winds me up when we start a game like this, especially this game against Brighton. They know, the players, every single player there knows how important this game is. Stats coming up here for this season. We're last in the league in terms of possession, successful passes, and passing accuracy. Passes in the opposition half, 19th at the start of the season. That sums up Palace to a T, though, the way we played. We just don't have that creativity. We don't have that player in the final third who can... Well, we do, Max Meyer, but we don't play him in his position. We don't play the formation to accommodate him, in my opinion. And that's been a problem. And again, winning the first and second balls again. Ward there to cover this time with the ball looking to go in behind to Trossard. Well played there from Townsend. He's bought a free kick there with Burn up behind him just to try and stop, slow the game down, cause a disruption to the flow of the game. And we played it quickly, and Zaha into Townsend on the right-hand side. First time we've actually had the ball for a decent period now. We've had a couple of passes strung together. I can't show the match, Owen. Copyright reasons, mate. I apologise. There will be links somewhere. There'll be links all over online to get there, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm nervous. I was nervous before we started, but I'm more nervous now because, well, we started poorly. That's a poor kick from Guaita. No one there really put in much on. It's just all too easy. We're not pressing the ball at all. We're not putting them under pressure. We're letting the game be dictated by Brighton and the way they want to play, and it's far too comfortable, in my opinion. Still haven't had the ball anywhere near as much as I would have liked. Cross comes in. Defensively, we're doing okay. We're dealing with things. It's just the slack passes and the nervousness when we have possession. We lose the ball far too quickly. Mitchell looking to play a lofted ball over for Zaha, but it's poor because no one's there to come deep. We've got away with it that time, but with the defenders they've got, those 3 defenders that Brighton have got, that's not going to work. Just playing the long ball up there, we've got to try and play through the lines. And I thought that was the whole point. Riedewald came in to come deep. He's got the ball now, and he's always looking to come deep. Riedewald, he's had probably the most touches out of all the Palace players so far, just over 16 minutes played. McArthur with the ball now, looking to drive into the Brighton half, and he gets the ball to Townsend, who's quite central there, and actually good pass wide though to Ward from Townsend, and now he joins Ward out wide right, picks up the ball now, always looking to cut in on that left foot and put the ball in Townsend. Now he's doing it with the right foot, deep ball in, penalty! Yes! That's going to go to VAR, but Batshuayi has done incredibly well there. The first real attack from Palace. First real chance we've had to get forward. And Townsend down the right with his weak foot. Lovely ball floated to the back post. And it's Lamptey with his hands on Batshuayi. Batshuayi goes down and Stuart Atwell points straight to the spot. We're looking at the replay now. There is an arm on his shoulder. Is it enough to bring him down? I think it's very, very soft. It's very, very soft. And it's Zaha taking the penalty again. It's Zaha after United taking the penalty again. Dunk's still complaining. Piss off, Dunk. Check is complete. And it's a penalty to Palace. Come on. Graham Potter looks bemused, but that is just his normal resting face. Come on. Zaha on the pen again. After United, he's now become our penalty taker all of a sudden. Wilf, he's not scored more goals against any other team than Brighton. We started so poorly this game. It's so important, this first goal. As I said, the amount of times we get points from scoring first is so big. And when we concede first, we never win games. The stats show it. So this is so huge after the way we started this game as well. Brighton, ball on the spot. Zaha on the edge of the box. Whistle goes. Up steps Zaha. Push it away! Come on! Yes! He scored against Brighton yet again. Brighton, as a club, are in his back pocket. Zaha knows it. He knows it. Get in there. Lovely penalty. Sends Ryan the wrong way. He's a little stutter and then just strokes it home into the bottom right-hand corner of the net. 1-0 Palace. Massive goal that. He is being held, Lamptey. He is holding Batshuayi. And Michy does very well there. I think it is soft. I do think it's soft, but honestly, I don't care. One 0 and instantly, look what the goal has caused. You just going run it. It's instantly started that press. Batshuayi looking to press now. It's incredible what the confidence that a goal can give you. Chiarte coming out defence to deal with that. Zaha winning a header from Chiarte's ball forward. Brighton in possession now of Ryan, but instantly that has been the catalyst. We've been poor up to this point and we haven't deserved that goal, but so important to the result of this game. And look at the support in the chat. I love to see it. Ball forward from Brighton, goes out of play for a throw-in. First attempt on goal, says Ross. Yeah, it doesn't matter, mate. All that matters is the result today. Ryan's been booked as well for his protest of the penalty. He's on a yellow card. Be interesting to see if we get 1-on-1 and he ends up bringing a player down. Not a pen, mate. I don't really care if it's a pen or not. We're 1-0 up in the biggest game of our season, so I don't really care, to be honest. Up the Palace, 1-0. Come on, the boys. So important, that goal. So important. So important. As I said, guys, we win about the percentage of games we win from going 1-0 up compared to 1-0 down. So it's chalk and cheese. If you go 1-0 up in games, the likelihood is we're coming away with points. Going 1-0 down, we never get back into games, is what the stats show. And this is so important. Mate, you can rent as much as you want, if you're a Brighton fan in the chat, then I would go to another stream where a Brighton fan is watching the game and you can vent your frustration on that. But if you're coming on here with Palace fans to vent your frustration, then it's a bit silly in my opinion. Love that. And I love that Zaha stepped up and took the pen. I love that. And when Luca's not on the pitch, he is now the penalty taker, Wilf. What's that, 4th goal of the season for Wilf? You love to see it. Red and white, 22. Yes, Klein is on the bench, mate. I doubt he will make any appearance. Wilfried's our most career goals by opposition. Brighton, 7 goals in his career. Leicester, the next most career goals for the opposition is Leicester with 5 goals that he scored. You love to see it. Up the Palace. Let's get some red and blue in the chat, guys. 1-0 to the Palace. Taking on the Brighton scum. And we had a lot more possession, and it's what a goal brings. It brings more possession, more confidence. That's a lovely little pass from Riedewald. And now it's Schlupp running at the defence. Got yellow shirts all around him. Is that a foul? Ref, come on. There was a part, if Schlupp went down a little bit earlier there, because he did get caught early and he stayed on his feet and then went down, delayed the fall. And I think he would have been given a foul there if he just... Yeah, I don't think that's a foul, but if there was a moment there where he probably could have gone down. Sud Brighton, my birthday today, CPFC Nate, happy birthday, mate. Hopefully the boys get it done. Adam, mate, if we're 1-0 up and you know you've got a player like Eze potentially coming on in the second half, you know it's that sort of depth and quality that we've never had on the bench before, and will be so massive to get in a game of this importance, and you know in games like this in this season, to have that sort of depth and quality on the bench that we've never had before. It's so important. Sam, Palace have the best pies and beers. Come on, boys. 22 minutes gone, and you know the time now seems to be going a lot quicker in this half since the goal. I'm instantly now. My approach to this game is instantly now getting at half time, still 1-0 up, and I do think that you know the way we started defensively, as I said, Cahill winning a header there, giving out for throw in for Brighton, good header from Cahill. The way we started defensively, we've looked good. We just can't afford to let Brighton, like they started the game, get their foot on the ball and dictate tempo, because they had some good little moments there, Brighton, where on another day maybe they would have scored, but equally. You know, and that's the danger. So I really hope we don't just sit back like we did against Chelsea and look to hold on to something. I do want us to get to half-time 1-0 up, of course, but I want us to do it the right way and to put Brighton under pressure and make them more concerned about conceding a second rather than getting the equaliser. You know, that's the mentality I want to see us approach the game with from now. Come on, boys. Get in there. Wilfried Zaha in Brighton players and Brighton fans' heads since 2012. Oh, what a man. Well, since 2011 even, before that. Oh, living rent-free in their heads. Come on, the Palace. And we've got a bit of space here. Mitchell playing the ball forward. Schlupp does well to win it back, though. Brilliant from Schlupp. And it's into Zaha. Chance to run again. Come on, Wilf. Good. Come on, the boys. Ward out to Townsend. This is where we scored last time. Similar again. Just get down the byline, mate. He's looked to cut on his left foot and cross. It's headed away from Basuma there. There was a deflection which took all the pace off the cross. Gyro, brilliant play. Shepherds it out for a throw-in for Palace. What a difference a goal makes. Diego, thank you so much, mate. It's your birthday. You didn't need to do that with the super chat. Diego, afternoon all, come on Palace, got my Lucky Home shirt. You've done that before, but I'll say it again. 26th October 2002 on Palace 5, Brighton 8-0, AJ, Friedman and Gray. Mate, you didn't need to donate. That's my first ever donation on the channel. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Didn't need to do that at all. Mopai with a shot straight at Guaita. No problem whatsoever. Diego, man, absolute legend. Thank you so much for that. Very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Adam, do we know if any of our contract players definitely aren't signing? Because we have a few big players on that list. I don't know, mate. Not the time to really be talking about that now. I will delve into that maybe at half time, if I've got time. Remind me. Palace with the ball now. Again, now we're starting to get a period more possession, and it's great to see. Brighton sitting a bit deeper now. Zaha cutting in, timing the ball, Schlupp inside, wide to Mitchell, looking to put a cross in. It's a lovely play from Palace, and it's a good block, actually, to be fair, from Webster there. It was a good ball in from Mitchell. And it's a lovely build-up play, and what crazy stuff. Kevin, we're trying to get it to him, mate. It's got to build it up, though. Basuma on the ball for Brighton into Ben White, who's kind of stepped forward a little bit into the midfield. It's almost I think they've changed formation, Brian. They've gone four at the back with Duncan, Webster in the centre back positions. Basuma and Ben White just ahead of them. 4-2-3-1 with Basuma and White, and then Lallana in the pocket behind Mopai. Interesting that. So Ben White playing further forward. They've gone to a 4-2-3-1 Brighton. Not seen them play that before, to be fair. Half a chance there for Brighton. It was a ball across from Trossard. Absolutely fizzed in on the volley from Trossard across the face. And Mopai, the ball behind him, tries to steer a header on target, but we've done very well to get that on target. And it's well over the bar in the end. But, first another half chance there for Brighton. Build-up play. Yeah, Owen, I know they normally play three at the back. I know that's what they do. But it looks as though they've chucked or they changed what's happening on ahead of that. It looks like either they're playing 4-2-3-1 or they're playing three at the back and looking to go more attacking, and then put Ben White alongside Basuma and chuck Lallana up ahead as to join the front three. See, look at that. One attempt to Brighton, 6 in the half. But we've got one on target, one goal. Clinical. And Zaha wins the foul, the first of many. Max Simmons with the £1 donation. Thank you so much, Max. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. No need to do that at all. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, Palace get the result for you guys today. It's very kind of you to do that. Thank you. Zaha winning the foul, and it's in a dangerous area. A chance to whip the ball in. Brighton are very good defensively from these sort of positions, though, just because of the height and the quality they possess. I'm not bigging up Brighton, don't you worry. But Townsend over it. Chance to do a bit of an in-swinger. Puts the ball in. Oh! Chiarte almost on the end of it, but Byrne, his lanky legs got on the end of that and gives away. Gives away? He get a corner from it. Little tug there on Chiarte from Webster. Little bit of a hold, but I don't think he was ever getting there, and I don't think it would ever be a penalty. Chance here. First corner for Palace. Can we make it 2-0? 28, almost 29 minutes played. Brighton have conceded the most set-piece goals this season. 7 already. It's a hard to the back stick. Oh, Byrne flicks it. MacArthur on it. We've still got the ball. Is there anyone there to help him? Get the ball in. Win something there. Well done. Chiarte coming to help him. We win a throw-in blocked. I didn't know that. Brighton have conceded more set-piece goals than any team in the Premier League so far this season. 7 goals already from set-pieces conceded. Got to look to get corners and stuff now, guys. Get in and around that box. Come on. Mitchell with the throw-in. Batshuayi with the ball. Does well there. Plays it back to Mitchell and it's deflected. Brighton have the ball back. Oh, MacArthur with a foul there. Don't book him. It's a derby. It's a big game for both teams. The importance, and he's not booking him. Fair play to the ref there, because that could have been a yellow in another game. And I think because of the occasion, he's realised there's going to be challenges like this, and he's let him off. But that is going to be his last warning, MacArthur. But a good foul to make in that scenario, because they had a chance to break there. Come on. Come on, Palace. Got the ball with Cahill at the back. A ball through from Brighton doesn't stick. Oh, we've done very well to keep the ball in play there. Oh, Zaha gives it away, though. That was a great chance to build something there. Ward getting out to Solly March. Solly March gives it away. I don't rate March whatsoever. I think he's absolutely crap. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me, but I honestly think he's an awful player. Zaha, this time out wide right. He's been everywhere, Zaha, in the early stages. And how's that not a foul, ref? He's let that go. He's been absolutely bulldozed by Burn. Mopai on the edge of the box, going to the byline. He slips on the ball. And we've cleared the ball away. Riedewald. And we clear it up. I think we've won. He's given the free kick to Palace already, though. There we go. Chance there to counter for Brighton. And Burn, I swear that was a foul on Zaha before. I think that was really dodgy, that. Max, we want Charlie. He's not here, mate. He's working. He's working, Max. That is a foul there. He doesn't get the ball. He does try and he goes through the back of Chiarte there, Mopai. We've done well to keep him fairly quiet at this stage, but equally, they've got the camera on Batshuayi. Apart from Batshuayi winning the penalty, he's been quite quiet as well. Hopefully, we can get him more in the game because he's going to be massive for us, in terms of getting anything, in terms of getting the end result that we want. Come on, boys. Ball back with Ryan. Batshuayi, love the press. He's charging everyone down up there on his own. Yeah, Owen, I agree. I like Chiarte at centre-back. I do like him at centre-back. He's been brilliant at the start of the season. Really offered a lot to that role. And he just gives us more depth more than anything. Brighton getting the ball a bit more now. Hopefully we can cancel this out and don't let them start, dictating again. Because the start of the game was awful to watch. Riedewald in again. Bloody love that Dutch beauty. Hair Bear bunch. Love him. Townsend wins a throw-in in the Brighton half. It's brilliant from Riedewald there. Great challenge. And then the way he just relaxes, unlike we did in the first 10 minutes, just relaxed on the ball, picked the pass nicely, and we start a new attack. Brilliant. That's all we needed there. And Riedewald, I just love Riedewald. I wish he played a lot more for us up till this point. That being said, we have given the ball away from that throw-in, which is pretty shite. Chiarte, though, he's covered that. A lovely touch from Ward, fizzed into him from Chiarte's clearance. And we're looking to play out. Not the place to lose it, though, but Ward ends up playing long. Header out from Brighton. Brighton end up getting the ball back. But we did well there because we could have been in a real situation if we got the ball plucked from us there. Lamptey on the right. Schlupp is out there to meet him. Riedewald pressing Ben White. And Lamptey now gets it back. Plays it all the way back into their half for Webster. Knocks it across the dunk. Looking to come over to his left-hand side with Burn, who's playing almost in a flat. Yeah, he's playing a back three with March. Solly March as the wing back now. Lamptey, a good switch of the ball now. Played to Lamptey. Mitchell alongside him. And there's Schlupp again covering. Doubling up on Lamptey, and that's why Roy knows what he's doing. He's brought him in instead of Eze because of this reason. Brilliantly there. Mitchell got alongside Lamptey. Lamptey did beat him for pace there, but there's Schlupp, bang, sliding challenge, covering, and that's why he's put in Schlupp on that side. They know Lamptey's so, he ran the show against Newcastle, their win against Newcastle, Brian, and they know he's a threat. So brilliant stuff there from Schlupp covering Mitchell. Mitchell dealing with him well, though, this first half. I have to say, they're dealing with him well on that side of the pitch. Again, nice shape. Nice shape at the moment. Zaha looking to press. Brighton with the ball inside the Palace half. Just coming into the final third now. Oh, little flick into Lallana. And we've managed to get around it quite quickly. No shot. Townsend now playing in almost like a back six. March looking to find a bit of space to get a cross or a shot, and he's in the box now. No foul, boys. Don't be silly. He's outside the box now, and we've got Ward and Townsend shepherding him away. He plays it back to Basuma. That was a bit easy. Basuma now looking to find a pass. Switches the play over to Webster. Still in the final third here. We've got all our players behind the ball. Zaha does brilliantly. Goal kick. Zaha, brilliant defending there. Love that. Love that from Wilf. Brilliant. 35 minutes played. 10 minutes to half time. Come on, the Palace. Come on, boys. Lovely defending from Wilf there, just doing the dirty work, you know. And I always love to see Wilf do that, especially when that was a part of his game in his early stage of his career. That was obviously questioned. He's just been brilliant. He's been brilliant at that in the last few seasons, doing the dirty work, coming back and helping the defence. Goal kick, and we play it long, and Schlupp, he's got a great leap on him. He wins that header. I love how high jump Schlupp's in the headers. You just don't expect it, but the leap he gets on the ball. Chiarte mopping up there, throwing to Brighton. How are we feeling, guys? Are we feeling a little bit better now? Jara and Schlupp have been class, says Adam. I totally agree, mate. I think they've been brilliant today so far. Doing their jobs to a T. And it's exactly what Roy probably would have wanted them to do. I think the way they're playing, you know, they're doing exactly what Roy would have hoped for. And it's rare you see Roy change the team up like this going into a game like Brighton with so many changes that aren't injury enforced. So he's clearly these tactical changes he's making. I think it's great to see Roy do that. We rarely see him make these sort of big tactical changes to a starting lineup going into an important game. It's normally the same old. So really happy with what I'm seeing. Yeah, I can imagine that as well, Owen. Definitely. Brighton have had most of the ball this half, to be honest. In the last 5 or so minutes, it's been all them with the ball. We've hardly touched it, but they're not really doing anything with it at the moment. We're holding that shape, similar to the United game. I think we're looking to now just counter-attack, pluck the ball and counter-attack, because that's all we need to do now, but we've got to do it in the right way. We've still got to look to press in their areas, and we are doing that. Townsend has been brilliant with his defensive work on the side with Ward. They're doing their jobs well, Palace. Brighton are looking to create spaces, and at the moment, they can't find anything. Oh, Trossard looking for a good pass. And again, Riedewald gets in there to win the possession back, gets his body in front, buys the foul, breaks up the time and breaks up the play. So professional, Riedewald. I love him so much. What a player we got there. What a player. It's almost what could have been if we'd started him more often. The camera immediately goes to Luca on the bench. It's like, oh... See, that's the only thing. You don't see Luca do that often enough. Getting in there, winning the ball possession back, getting the free kicks. I don't see that enough from Luca. I see the physicality and the leadership, but I don't necessarily see much in terms of on the ball and building from the back. I think that has been a problem. Palace with the ball now. Poor pass there, though. Schlupp looking to backtrack, and the pass from Mitchell was short to him. Clearance wasn't great there from Brian. Chance for Riedewald to bring out. Oh, lovely feet. Out wide to Zaha with a bit of space. Knocks it back to Riedewald. I'd just keep giving it to Riedewald, mate. He's been running the show. Lovely lit play, and we go to Chiarte. He's looking to switch the pass over to Zaha. Lovely pass to Zaha. Oh, and it apparently went out. Apparently didn't keep it in. Lovely switch of play over by Chiarte, and it's a shame Wilf didn't keep that in because it was a great chance to run at the defence. 39 minutes played. Still 1-0 to Crystal Palace against Brighton and Beep Albion. Oh, come on. Come on, the boys. March has got the ball here for Brighton, coming down the left-hand side with pace, looking to counter-attack. And Ward's got out to him to slow things down. Get out to Basuma. Mitchell getting out to Lamptey now. Schlupp's there as well, slotting in to cover him. Poor touch from Trossard, but poor touch from Schlupp. But he's won it back again. He's done it again from Trossard. Brilliant. And somehow that's a Brighton throw, even though it was clearly of a Brighton player. But okay, we move. Organisation's been brilliant, and the players are playing very similarly to the way we did against United in a defensive point of view. That energy, that desire, that realisation of the importance of the fixture and the position that we're in at the moment as well with the scoreline. They're all playing fantastically at the moment, I think, after that poor start to the game. And what a difference a goal makes. Zaha winning the foul there from Lamptey, wins a free kick. Roy joking along with Lamptey, telling him it's an easy foul, mate. It's just baffled that that Lamptey was complaining at that. We played it quite quickly, and I don't know why, because Brighton have just picked up the ball again. Playing long balls to this back three is just not going to work. They're just going to mop everything up. But yeah, what a difference the goal made, because we were definitely on the back foot. And that was our first shot on target. First shot on goal was from the penalty spot. It's been our only shot so far. Just goes to show. Riedewald looking strong today, says Kevin. Totally agree, mate. He's been our best player, in my opinion. Totally agree. Less than 5 minutes to half time, and hopefully it stays the way it is now. We've got men behind the ball. Brighton, the tempo slowed down a bit in the game. Hopefully just the game fizzles out to... how's that a foul? Is he given a foul for that? Come on, Lallana. Get on with it, you tart. That's annoying. Chance for them to put a cross in. Quite deep. Right on the touch line. I say touch line, sorry. Right on the left flank, right on the line for the throw in. And it didn't look like a foul at all, but it's a chance to whip the ball in. It's going to have to be a deep ball in. It's got to be a good ball from here to get them a chance on goal. March and Trossard over it. Let's deal with this, boys. March with the ball. It's a poor cross, and it's cleared straight away. Chance to counter. Come on, Schlupp. He's picked up on the edge of the box. Beats one, and he gets taken out by Basuma. That's got to be a yellow. Lovely. Brilliant from Schlupp. Great driving run forward. Yeah, it's clinical. Yeah, Basuma knew they were in trouble there. Took him out. Lovely stuff. Zaha was running in as well. Chance to lay the ball off to Zaha if he'd stayed on his feet, but it was a cynical challenge. Yellow card there. Hopefully it will turn into a red in the second half. Mitchell has been very good this year. To say he's come in for someone as experienced as Van Arnold, it's a great point, Adam. Palace with the ball here. Zaha couldn't hold on to that. Basuma, chance to run the ball out now. Come on, don't do anything silly though. It's a good pass there, and Townsend's got to track back. Solly March, I told you he's dead, and Ward's dealing with him very comfortably there. Foul as well. March pulling back on Ward. Mate, you're tin pot. You're rubbish. Complaining to the ref. Yes, Christo. Love that in the chat. Come on, guys. 1-0 to the Palace. Almost half time. Got just over 45 minutes from another massive result against the Brighton. Against the Seaweed. Another massive result this, if we can get over the line. Oh, thank you very much, Joseph. Got it cut earlier today, so it is as fresh as you will probably ever see it for the foreseeable future. Thank you very much, mate. We kicked the ball long, obviously, from the free kick. I don't think we should be kicking it long, but Ward down the line and Batshuayi's there. We get a throw in, dunk covering. Just nothing silly now, boys. We've got a minute until injury time, and just get it in around that corner. Keep it in their half. Make sure we got bodies back to cover a counter attack. Don't do anything silly. Job done. It's easy as that, isn't it? It's easy as that. Graham Potter hasn't beaten us yet as Brighton manager as well, so hopefully that all goes in good stead for a result here. We've gained a few yards there. Another throw into Palace. I love that. Townsend, Batshuayi was looking to go into the box there, but Townsend just holds him. He's by his shirt back, saying, no, we're keeping it down here. And Batshuayi wins the ball. And somehow Brighton have managed to get out of that. That's a bit frustrating. Ryan, under a bit of pressure, has to clear the ball. He slices it. Cahill looking to get the ball forward. Can we do something here? It's been a bit of pinball at the back here. Come on. MacArthur, Zaha, Lamptey with him there, and he's done very well. How's that a foul? Lamptey does well there. Lamptey does well to win the ball off Zaha there. We've got 1 minute of injury time. We're into it now. Sorry, but the clock, by the way, guys, at 45 minutes, the clock stops. So it won't stay on for injury time. So I'll just update you on the times when it does get to injury time, but it shouldn't be a problem, really. Brighton got one last chance here, probably. They got Trossard looking to inside the Palace half. 30 seconds left of of the half. Burn looking for a deep ball back. It's well over hit, but again, Guaita coming out, and it's not something he typically does, but he's coming out for everything, and he's held everything. And in terms of settling nerves in the back line, it does wonders, honestly. And he's just going to hold the ball now. We've got less than 10 seconds till half time. This should be it. Ball goes forward, and that is half time. Palace 1, Brighton 0. Nervy first 10 minutes, but a really, really good response after going 1-0 up from the penalty spot. Guys, I am going to go just for a quick break at the moment. I will be back in about a minute, so stay tuned. Get your thoughts in on the chat. Any questions you have, write it down in the chat now. I will be back very soon. Right, guys, I'm back. Half time, Palace 1, Brighton 0. As I said at the end of the first half, just a quick analysis of that first half of my thoughts. I thought first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes, all Brighton, really. Controlled possession, controlled tempo, controlled the game the way they wanted the game to be played. And I was really annoyed at that because, we're at home. There's a part of me that feels like we should be dictating tempo in a game like this. It's always important in a rivalry like this to dictate the game the way you want to play. And to do that, we had to come out the blocks quickly, like we did against Man United. I wanted to see that sort of energy, that sort of tempo coming out the blocks. We didn't do it. And to be honest, Brighton looked like the team that were going to score first. Then literally the first attack we had in the game, about 15, 16 minutes in, cross comes in on the right foot from Townsend. A lovely floated ball to the back post, and Batshuayi is held and brought down by Lamptey. Goes to VAR, and it is given by the ref, and it's well spotted actually by Stuart Atwell, because those sort of things aren't typically given. And then it was and it went to VAR. It was immediately given as a pen. I think it was quite soft, but at the end of the day, that's the rule. He was holding on to him, and Zaha steps up. And, he's in living rent-free in all Brighton players and fans' heads since 2010. He's the man. Slots it in, calm as you like, 1-0 Palace. And since then, and from that point on, we then got the ball a bit more. There were a couple of nice little passing plays getting in and around the final third. But then, as soon as we got to the final third, it felt like, there was a tackle came in. Brighton's defenders did quite well in that sense, in terms of cancelling out when Zaha got on the ball, cancelling out things from his side. And we did get into some good areas, but didn't really get a shot. We didn't get any shots on goal for the rest of the half. And that was frustrating, but we did, as I said, we did get on the ball more, and Brighton, for the rest of the half, didn't really create anything either. They had a lot more of the ball with the last 5-10 minutes of the game to go, or the half to go. They had a lot more of the ball, but it looked comfortable, and I think the combination of Cahill at the back, Guaita coming out and claiming and having a good commanding presence at the back, claiming all the crosses coming his way. I think the combination of that has been Anjiro just ahead of them, who's takes the pressure off of any of the players by getting in, and the amount of times when the ball's coming into the middle, just on the edge of the box or on the D, and Jairo Reedwood's always there, getting in front of the man to win the ball back, and then buying a free kick or playing a pass out. So good to see. And I think that's been the difference from some of the other results we've had, like against Chelsea, for example. And we've just had that different look about us at the back. Brilliant. Just seeing the penalties and back there, I think it is a pen, but it's very soft. But that's my thoughts. That's obviously 1-0 Palace half time. If we can do a similar sort of performance, solid but boring, says Kevin. Yes, don't get me wrong. It's not been an entertaining game, but I'm not expecting a game of Palace Brighton to ever be fully entertaining, end-to-end stuff. My heart probably won't be able to take it. I'd much rather to go ahead early, see the game out, 1-0, job done. That's all that matters today, anyway, in my opinion, is the result. Performances in other games, yes, I would be upset if we are playing like this, this being this boring against another team. But against Brighton, we can play how we want as long as the result gets over the line, in my opinion. Let's go over to some of your thoughts, guys. Full-time predictions, says Reinhard. I'm sticking with 1-0 Palace. Slight punch-up after 10 mins in our box, says QS Digital. Yeah, there was a little scuffle with Byrne and Chiarte. I wanted Chiarte to give him one, to be honest, but didn't end up going that way. Joseph said, as long as we get the 3 points, I'm happy. Exactly, mate. That's the way I'm looking at it. Diego, the main man, says, yes, Palace need to come out with more intensity. Next goal is crucial. If there is a next goal, mate. A lot of the time we go 1-0 up, it stays 1-0. But you're right. And again, I'll go back to the point. Since the start of last season, the amount of wins we've got from going 1-0 up is brilliant. We rarely ever get points when we go 1-0 down. So the first goal is always going to be massive today. Brighton are too good, says White Star Line Fanatic. Well, you're doing a great job at the moment, mate. Looking at any more comments. Into the dirty series to CPFC, Nate. Oh, come on, the Palace. I think that covers all the main comments that you guys have had so far. So looking quite good. Looking quite good at the moment. Looking comfortable, which is the main thing. We don't look under the cosh or anything like that. We've let Brighton have possession, but we've dealt with anything that they've created, and they haven't created that much, to be honest. More than us, but not creating much. We're going to sit back and try and hold out, Joseph. Don't get me wrong. There's no way we go open up a bit more and go attacking. We're going to look to grind it out. Hopefully, Brighton put for more plays forward to get their equalising goal. And we look to try and just bog standard, get them on the counter-attack, and hopefully get a second that way. If not, just keep grinding out the 1-0. I think that is what we're going to do. We're not going to do it any other way. We know it's going to be like that. And just been great this year so far, says Adam. Great point, mate. I think he's been brilliant. Cahill, Chiarte, and Reedwood, that little triangle, little diamond, if you like, if you include Guaita in that. That diamond has been crucial to us so far, and I think have been really, really good. Mapai going to score 4 hat-tricks in a minute. What a load of bollocks. No drinking in broadcast. It's apple juice. It's apple juice, mate. And a shout out to Schlupp as well. I think Schlupp's been brilliant defensively more than anything, because Mitchell, one-on-one with Lamptey, we know how big a player Lamptey is for Brighton and how important he's been to Brighton. With that win against Newcastle, for example, he's had a great start to the season. He put in a good performance against Man United as well. And, the way we doubled up on him and Schlupp has helped cover Mitchell, there's only one time that I think he actually beat him for pace, Lamptey. I think Mitchell's done a really good job out there, but the way the two of them have worked together in dealing with Lamptey has been brilliant. And Schlupp defensively has been fantastic. He's been quite a good outball, and he's always impressed me with how good he is in the air. Always seems to win headers, and for a man of his size, he gets an incredible leap and wins headers he has no right in winning half the time. Klein and Butland, what do you think about them? Yeah, getting on to the signings, of course, that we made. Klein, I think it's a really sensible signing. A lot of people are like, yeah, he's not the same player. He may not be the same player anymore, but we've got Ferguson's probably not going to be fully fit or ready for the Premier League, at least until probably around December, January, something like that. And Klein is on a contract until January. So to have that cover for Ward, which we are still lacking now, because if Ward gets injured, where is the cover at right back? Kelly maybe, but he's more of a centre back under Roy in Roy's eyes, and I see him as a better centre back than he is a right back. Having a player like Klein coming in and just offering that cover at right back is going to be so important until Ferguson is ready to go. And who knows, if he has a good spell and he gets a couple of games maybe in an FA Cup game, or if he comes off the bench maybe or something like that, or rotates in the busy Christmas fixture list, maybe he'll get a start or two. I think that would be great. What happened to Ferguson? He wasn't fully fit when we signed him, to be fair, mate. So he's just recovering, that's all. Joseph, Eze in. I would at some point in the second half I would have Eze coming off the bench. But going back to the Klein point, I think that that's it's a really good short-term signing. It makes total sense for me, and he's obviously going to be a fan with the club and the fans. He's going to be a fan favourite, obviously coming back to the team that he started at. I think it's going to be a great place for him to get his career going again as well. I think it makes sense totally, and if he does hit the ground running with any game time he does get, then obviously we can extend that contract, and that will be the best for everyone. Oliver Scott, rate our transfer window out of 10. It's a good question, mate. A lot of people, the main criticism I've seen from people, just before I rate our window, has been that we didn't get a backup winger, and that not getting Ben Rama or Sarr was really criminal from Parish and bored out and all of this. Got to remember, we've got Scott Banks in the academy who is absolutely lighting up the under-21 Premier League. He is on fire at the moment. Had a great loan spell last season in Scotland. And this season, he's already under-21 captain. We only signed him at the start of last season, as an 18-year-old, and he's already under-21 captain this season. I think Roy, and we rejected loan bids from him this summer. I really do think that the winger situation, I think, yes, it would have been nice, and that's why Palace tried to get Sarr late for cheap, and it was never going to work. It was a stupid bid to make. But I think Palace, in the back of their minds, and especially in Hodgson's mind, seeing as he blocked the loan deals that were put out for Scott Banks, I think that he will feature or will be on the bench as a backup winger at some point this season. I think that is going to be the case. I think he will be promoted to the senior team, as Thomas has just said there. I think he will be a backup winger, and I think that it would be brilliant if we see that happen again, with it following in Wan-Bissaka Mitchell's footsteps as a youngster coming through. And I think he deserves it. He's playing incredibly well. I think carry on playing well for the under-21s now and getting goals and assists, and then get your chance to come off the bench for in a cup game or something like that, and go from there. So Oliver Scott, finally, sorry mate, to answer your question, I would give our window, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, because I think with the signings we have made, we've covered all the areas that we needed to cover. And yes, the only one you can say is a winger, and the winger situation I think is already at the club. I already think we have the player, we're nursing that player and training that player to be the winger that we need. So I think that Scott Banks is going to be the answer for that winger issue, and the fact we didn't sign one in the end of deadline day. Yes, I would have preferred Ben Rama or Sarr, of course. I think any fan would have loved Ben Rama or Sarr to come in, but the chance to see Banks come into the side and potentially hit the ground running and be a wonder kid coming through, who would not want to see that? And I think Roy, the fact he's not let him go out on loan this season is a sign that he's got him in his plans. So I'd give it an 8 out of 10 personally. Kevin, yes, it was absolutely class, mate. Players starting to come out now. Graham Potter, Big halftime team talk for him and for Roy, of course. Players are coming out of the tunnel. We're about to kick off for the second half, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's get some red and blue in the chat. Big up the Palace. Come on. We've got this, boys. We've got this. Big half of football. We see ourselves go catapulting up the league into the top 10 with a win here. And we keep Brighton below them. But more importantly, it is getting the win over Brighton. That's all that matters today. Doesn't even matter the league position that we're in. All that matters is that we get a result against Brighton. Come on. Let me get the score back up. I will start the time. We are all ready to go. MacArthur's with the ball. And there we go. The ref is blowing the whistle. We're off for the second half. Let's go, boys. Like the stream if you haven't already, guys. Share and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Can we get the result for you, boys? Come on. Can the boys in red and blue do it again? Back-to-back wins over Brighton. Let's do it. Come on. So important this game. Winning is all that matters. All that matters is getting a win. And the second half started with Brighton with the ball right along their box. Ryan's got the ball now in goal. He knocks it over to Dunk. Thank you, Diego. Very kind of you, mate, to put the channel out there. Brighton still on the ball now. Townsend looking to press early. He's got a bit of energy about him there. I like that from Townsend, but it doesn't look like the rest of the team have really followed in his footsteps there. A bit slow to react, and Brighton comfortably play out of his press. Long ball forward from Dunk, and Guaita's there. Yeah, takes the ball beautifully. No foul. That's not a foul. Lamptey's down holding his arm, I think. It was a big collision, but it's beautiful keeping from Guaita. If anything, it's a foul on the keeper. He gets the ball and then gets hit the contact from Lamptey. Lamptey's all right. Yeah, he's just moaning. He almost got on the end of it, but Guaita, great off his line. Really, really good from Vicente off his line quickly. Hopefully Vincente's not injured here. He's holding his leg here. He's taking his shin pad off. He's just rolling his sock down. We've only got Henderson on the bench. It's, Butland isn't ready for today. Let's see what happened. It's his right leg he's holding. Yeah, it was just a big collision with Lamptey. I think their legs just collided at full pelt. I think it was shin pad on shin pad though. So yeah, Vincente's up and okay now, ready to go. And we move on. 2 minutes in, 47 minutes played, and it's a free kick. And Vincente's got the ball here, ready to take it. Whew, and breathe. Come on, the Palace. Come on, the Palace. We know there's going to be a few chances for Brighton this half. We know that they're going to have a chance on goal at some point. Just got to make sure we're in the right frame of mind or in the right position in the game. Chance for Zaha. So close to get past Dunk there. Long ball from Vicente, and it went through everyone in the end. That was close. Trossard switching the play. Risky pass. Dealt with okay from Brighton there. And Dunk with the ball. Townsend. He's got a lot of energy about him in the start of this half. I like to see it. Look at that. Record scoring first since January 2019. 23 games. 19 wins. 4 draws. No defeats. We've never lost going 1-0 up since January 2019 in the league. And that just shows it's going to take a lot for Brighton to get a win out of this. And that's why I said the first goal is so important when Palace play. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's just so important. Mopai. Oh my God, that was close. Didn't get a full shot on the ball. And Vicente was wrong-footed, but because the shot was so tame, he could get across and save that quite comfortably. But that was a big chance there to go 1-1. Ball gets sprayed out wide from Trossard over to Solly March. Cross comes in, and it's a dummy. It's a dummy there from Lallana, and I don't think we were ready for that dummy. And Mopai turns and just can't get any power on the shot. MacArthur's pulled up here, though. We all knew Mopai was going to be a threat, mate. There's no shock there. MacArthur's pulled up there. That's going to be a big miss if he is injured. I hope MacArthur's all right. We've got players warming up. Yeah, MacArthur went down under not a lot there. I don't think there was any contact on him. Yeah, Brighton really should have scored that. Luca warming up. Oh my God. There's a part of me that's so nervy with Luca just because I know that he's got that bad pass in him. He's got that little moment in him that can put us the whole team under pressure. And you would rather MacArthur playing than Luca in this scenario, holding on to a lead. Hopefully, obviously it's another leader on the pitch. And it's another man who's been in this position before many times for Palace. And he knows how to see a game out with Palace in this position. But, you know, just to settle my nerves, I'd rather have MacArthur. He's just a lot more reliable. I think MacArthur, that's the probably best way to put it than Luca. Hopefully he's okay because he's run back on the pitch now after getting treated. It is a bit of a limp. Hopefully he can run it off. They're just going to see if he can run it off. And we carry on. Already I'm thinking injury time in the back of my head now is going to be stacked up to at least a couple of minutes. Yeah, not moving brilliantly at the moment, MacArthur, but hopefully, as I said, he can run it off and it's not going to keep him out of the game. Brighton have got the ball, obviously. 50 minutes played. And they're knocking it around the back over to the left with Byrne playing a long ball forward. They're starting to play the long ball forwards now, but Chiarte again has read that. Mistimed the clearance, but he's recovered well, and Gyro picks it up, and MacArthur plays it out wide to Mitchell. Mitchell, who's quite central actually. He's not got a lot of width there. He's running out wide now, looking for a pass up the pitch. No one there really though. Does well. He does well there, Mitchell. Does well. Well played, boys. Just holding possession. People say it's boring, but holding the ball there, that was good. There was a press from Brighton. We could have lost it and been in a world of pain, but we've held the ball, played it back, and we've done well there. Long ball forward from Chiarte. He doesn't find anyone. It's easy for Brighton to deal with that, but they've lumped the ball forward up, and we've got the ball back again. It's very end-to-end, lumping the ball up. I think he's offside. Yeah, Mopai's offside. Free kick to Palace. And breathe, everyone. Relax. Looking to play this long, obviously. Come on, boys. Oh, my God. Why do I always get so nervous against Brighton, man? It means so much. It means so much. What a ball. Batshuayi could be in. Oh! Oh! What a hit! Oh, he's given offside the melt. What a goal from Batshuayi. He's absolutely pelted it top bins. Oh, no. The lino's given offside. It's going to be offside, isn't it? It's going to be offside. Oh, no. Is it in line with his arm? In line with his... It's got to be in line with his shirt sleeve. That's the new rule. In line with the... Oh, no. No way. He's going to be given offside, isn't it? Yeah, he's offside. What a finish from Batshuayi, though. Fair play. He is quite far offside the way he's leaning forward there. Fair play. They got that decision right, but what a finish. Diego, it was offside, mate. What a finish. Come on, boys. Same again. Same again. Keep going, boys. That second goal will be massive. What a finish. Bloody hell. So gutted that's not stood. Was offside though. Hopefully that's a confidence booster for the boys. Lovely stuff there. It was a lovely ball forward. And from that angle, I'm surprised that he managed to... I was thinking, shot's not the right move here. And it took me a while to realise the ball had actually gone in the back of the net. Brighton with a chance to run forward here. March one-on-one with Ward into the box. It's a poor pass there. And Riedewald again is the man there to mop it up. Riedewald's positioning has been brilliant defensively. Yeah, Owen, a fantastic pass. It was a lovely build-up. And that's what Batshuayi brings. Fully fit now, Batshuayi. Give him a chance and he'll put it away. And, you know, that's what the difference is. We've got a striker now up front who we know will be clinical in those areas. And it just, again, it helps build confidence in the side because I think we had such a lack of confidence for large parts of last season because of the lack of goals and creativity. So knowing you've got a striker up there who will put a chance away when they come means a lot to the team, you know. Trossard looking to wind up a shot well over the bar. Cutting inside from the right, had players around him, does get the shot off, but doesn't get it on target. Easy to defend. Yeah, Kevin, Absolutely, mate. Fantastic finish. No complaints on the offside whatsoever. It's a lovely ball, a lovely run. The way it was weighted was amazing. Amazingly weighted ball. And look at this replay again. It's a little touch on the glove from Ryan, but he can't do anything about it. Just top corner on his near post. Bang! What a strike. So gutted that's not stood. That'd been so good for Wilf and Batshuayi to score. I said it before the game kicked off. Wilf and Batshuayi to score is what it would be my dream scenario today. Shame that's not stood, that goal, but it was offside. 55 minutes played, 10 minutes into the second half, and it's been a decent start from Palace. A couple of good chances for Brighton, and a chance they probably should have taken as well. Oh, Mapai. What a challenge from Cahill. I don't know what happened there. All of a sudden, we got slipped in. It's Ben White plays a great pass into Lallana. Lallana into Mapai, and you thought he's got to score. Cahill with the challenge, and an amazing block from Joel Ward. Amazing block. Mapai. Cahill gets a challenge in, and the shot, I think White probably would have had it covered. And it goes for a corner, but we are riding our luck at the moment. Brighton, how they've not got an equaliser is beyond me. And Kiarte's down with a knock. He looks in pain here. He's holding his ankle. Got physio out to see him. I don't know. I think it doesn't look good for Kiarte there. But there's just a replay here. The defending from Palace it's a great initial challenge from Cahill, and a bit unlucky it falls straight back to Mapai. And then what a block. What a block from Joel Ward. Riding our luck though, boys. Riding our luck there, definitely. Riding our luck. Sacco warming up on the sideline because Kiarte's down. God, if we have Sacco coming on, then I will start feeling nervous. It's a good break in play though, because as I said, there's a couple of chances that Brighton should have put away there that they've had already at the start of this half. We've got to wake up there because they're split in the midfield. You know, when Ben White gets time on the ball, he's split in the midfield really well. I don't think Kiarte's going to be able to continue here. He doesn't look in good shape here. I don't know what he did. I couldn't see on the replay either what happened, but he's not in good shape. And I think Sacco's going to have to come on. Come on, Sacco. We need the biggest half an hour or so of your career, mate. Come on. Parrish looking on. No expression. Not that you'd expect an expression at the moment. Oh, God, says Owen. Sacco is warming up. Yeah, well, first of all, we've got to defend this corner with 10 men. That's the main thing. Defending this first and then dealing with Sacco when it happens. But Sacco, as I said, in the first half against Chelsea, he played well. The second half, he had an absolute nightmare. It's just, you never know what you're going to get with Sacco. So hopefully he has one of his good days today. But he's got it's a corner to Brighton. Oh, and is it a foul? Yeah, it's a foul. Sorry, I was all quiet there because I was trying to contemplate what was happening. Oh, Mapai was offside. It was a flick on from Burn, but Mapai picked the ball up, was offside. And it looks like, he's got a cut. His got blood coming through the sock. Looked like whether he got studded or just collided with someone. I think he just collided with someone. I don't think he'll be able to continue. It looked like he took a painkiller there. He popped a pill or something. Batshuayi with the goal kick, or the free kick, I should say, does well there, holding up the ball, and it's a throw into Palace. And he's back on the pitch, Kiarte. He wants to carry on. What a warrior, mate. What a warrior. I hope he's okay. No one-on-one runs with Kiarte, please. Please, boys, just to stay solid and don't for just a few more minutes, please. Come on, Palace. Throw it up and it's easily headed away, but Riedewald again there, mopping up again. Man of the match so far for me, Riedewald. Schlupp turns Lamptey, chance to run in to the byline, whips a ball in. Oh, that's so unlucky. Little deflection on the cross, puts it straight into Ryan's arms. Could have gone anywhere, that. Good turn of pace from Schlupp there. First real chance we've seen of him going forward on the touchline. We've seen him defensively in the first half do a lot. And Brighton now play out as just coming up to the 1 hour mark. Lamptey on the right, on the halfway line, cuts inside to play a ball into Ben White, who's been playing well in that sort of DM role further forward. Need to watch him for sure. Not the best of clearances there from Chiarte. I hope he's not injured. Can't afford to be playing with 10 men on the pitch. Sitting quite deep now. Lamptey on the right, cutting back. Townsend there, mops it up. It's all Brighton at the moment. Got to get a foot on this and look to, try and change the flow of the game at the moment, because it's all a bit easy, I'd say. Lovely work from Schlarp. That's a good way to, slow the game down. Shepherds the ball out there for a goal kick. He had a lot of ground to make up there, but he sees the ball out. Good strength and composure there up against Trossard. And within a minute, we've seen the benefits of him up and down the pitch on that left-hand side. Going forward and defensively, he's been brilliant in that minute alone, let alone the rest of the game. Goal kick, and Vicente goes forward. Looking for Batshuayi every time. Doesn't work out that time, and they switch to play instantly Brighton to Burn. No, we can't carry on the rest of the game like this. We've got to get a foot on the ball. It's similar to how we started the game now. It is quite similar, in fact, this second half to the way we started the first half. It's Brighton in the ascendancy for sure. And it's going to, we got to, and although we've had a goal disallowed, rightfully so for offside, haven't really done much else. Then again, we are 1-0 up. We don't necessarily need to, but I don't think we can carry on playing like this. I do think Brighton will get another chance. They've had 2 big chances already that they haven't put away. And I do think they will get more if we carry on playing the way we are, inviting this sort of pressure, because they are picking good passes as well. So I just need to get the foot on the ball a bit more. Who would you rather have, Townsend or Schlarp? I'd rather have them both, Owen. Big up Palace. Thank you, Arsenal Vlogs. Very kind of you, mate. Crystal Palace is all right. Come on, the Palace. I love the support in the chat, guys. We need to start getting a foot on the ball, and we need to start. That's a foul, ref. How's that not a foul? Throwing to Brighton. Basuma picks it up. Great challenge from Townsend, doing the dirty work there. And Schlupp dribbling in and out of a couple of players. Let's just hold the ball. You got time there, Mitchie. Mitchie really deep there. He's in the midfield. Townsend on the wide left, and Mitchell coming up to join him. Cut inside there. Schlupp picks up the ball. It's very central. That's a great chance from Basuma. And now it's a chance for Brighton to counter. Oh, that's not a foul. Mitchell's got himself booked there for holding back Trossard on the counter-attack. Bit soft, but hey-ho. Had to be done, I think. Going to be interesting now, though. Rest of the game with him on Mitchell up against Lamptey with a yellow card. Going to be interesting now. Was it a yellow? Kind of. I can see why that's been given, yes. Oh, come on. Ben White with the ball. Sprays a pass out wide to Solly March. And he plays it back to Lewis Duncan. They're finding those passes through the midfield lines far too often. Good challenge there. We are holding on a little bit now, guys, I have to say. And it's far too early to be holding on. Good work from Townsend. Cuts out the pass there to throw in for Brighton. But we need to get our foot on the ball. Come on, we need to get our foot on the ball, boys. Everyone praying to the gods. Mate, I'm praying that we just get a foot on the ball and actually change the tempo and the way this game's going at the moment, because we need to disrupt the way this game's going, whether it's a substitute or something, because it's all far too easy. See that out? That's a goal kick for Palace. That will help. 64 minutes played. 1-0 Palace, 25 minutes to go, just over. Far too long to be thinking about the win at the moment. We've got to change up. Roy's giving the players a shouting at. He's some tactical advice there on the sideline. Look at that. 1 attempt to Brighton's 10. It has been all Brighton in terms of chances created. And how they haven't scored, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know, this is what we're good at. Is going 1-0 up and not losing. Lovely play from the goal kick. Oh, poor from Schlupp. Gives the ball away, but he's run it back and what? Oh, he's given it for the first foul, I think. Mitchell, don't get yourself sent off. Don't get yourself sent off. Cahill straight over there. Lamptey is squaring up to him. They know his game. But we know your game, Brian. They're all squaring up to each other. Wilf's over there having a go at Lamptey. It's a quiet word. I think it's just a quiet word. Mitchell has just been booked and he could have got himself sent off if he's not careful. The captains are over there and fair play to the ref. He knows it's a derby there and it's just a little, little rush of blood. Yeah, no, it was just a little rush of blood. Yeah, there's no need for VR to get involved in that. We've all got on with it. Free kick then deep here for Brighton because of Schlupp's little clip he made before that little scuffle. Don't like this. Not been a good half so far, really. Yes, we got that disallowed. Oh my God. Dunk with the header. It's well wide. Crap header from Dunk. Come on, Palace. Cahill. Great from Cahill. Just puts him under pressure. Doesn't necessarily have to win the header there, but he's touched tight. He's all over him. It's not a foul, but he's putting pressure on him and it stops Dunk getting a clear header at the ball and a clear header on target, and it's well wide in the end. And that's the experience there from Cahill. Goal kick again. We're looking for Batshaw every time into his chest. Schlupp here looking to flick on. He does. Lamptey with the header back. Trossard picks it up and it's a throw into Palace. Oh, it's gone to Brighton. What on earth is this? Come on, boys. Yeah, we've hardly had a touch. We hardly had a touch of the ball in the last 6-7 minutes, to be honest. MacArthur looking to initiate a press, and he's done well there. Oh wow! And then one moment we win and pinch the ball high, it deflects and it's a handball on Batshuayi because the ball deflects up. So frustrating. We were in there. Would have been in. Quickly taken from Brighton, and it's with Dunk on the halfway line. Got all our players in our half at the moment. It's far too long in the game to be sitting this out. I think we've got to try and go back at them a bit. Definitely not a game for the neutral, this. It's just a very cagey affair at the moment. We all hate them, mate. We're all with you, Finn. Got to see this out. Come on, Palace. Lamptey on the right, one-on-one with Mitchell. This is going to be dangerous now after that booking that Mitchell got. Ben White looking for March at the back stick. It's a good header from Ward for a corner. Something's got to change at the moment, though. No way we carry on the way we are and keep a clean sheet. We will concede at some point the way we're going. It's a corner. March to take it. He's getting up ready to just sorting the ball out. It's a train in the middle of the box. Stuff like this, like dealing with this corner and then trying to counter attack, something like that. We've got to do something different. Block from Riederwold. Bassoum, that looked like a rifled shot as well, so it was a good block he put in there. Come on, boys. Keep looking at the clock. We've got so much time left to play. I need to relax. Come on, Palace. Come on, Palace. You've got this, boys. Come on. You've got this. Another goal will finish this game. Come on. It's a good ball to Trossard, though, from Brighton. He's wide left. He's looking to play a ball inside. He does to Burn. Another one into Mopai. Basuma blocked by Cahill. It's a corner. Oh my God, they're queuing up now. Brian, we're looking to play it short quickly, the corner, and we're switched on there. That was good. We've stopped them playing it quickly. Looking for an in-swinger now. They're going to do what they did in the first half and crowd the keeper. Vincente's got to deal with this. Come on, boys. As I said, the goal's coming. We've got to sort this. Poor cross. Basuma with the volley from the knockdown from Duncan. It's well over the bar. 20 minutes left of the game. We're still 1-0 Palace, but this half has been we've been under the cosh. Let's put it that way. That's a nice way of putting it. Another way of putting it is we're being battered. Again, no real shots to save though for Vincente. I think he's only had one, and that was that tame shot really early on from Mopai before we scored the offside goal. And it was really, really comfortable. So again, under the cosh, and some really big moments that Brian probably should have done better. Well, a couple of big moments that they should have put the ball in the back of the net, in my opinion. But all the other moments have been off target and have just been like pressure building, to be honest. Building up the pressure. At the moment, it's working. We've got the ball now, which is a rarity this half. Zaha with it, up against Lamptey. He's got a chance to turn. He's looking for an outlet. Plays a reverse pass nicely to Batshuayi in the box. Looking to turn Michy. God, 3 Brighton players around him, just didn't have anyone there to release the ball to, and Brighton have played out from the back. Trossard up against Ward on the counter-attack. Please, Wardy. Does well to hold it up, stick with him, cutting inside. Riedewald dangles a leg, he goes round him. Lamptey now with the ball, he's switched to play. We've done well there. All players are back behind the ball now for Palace. Townsend, they're doubling up on that side. Townsend, yes! Chance to counter, go! Go on, Townsend. What a tackle he made there on Trossard. Oh, there's no one there with him, though. He's going to do really well here to get anything out of this, Townsend. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Puts the cross in, it hits Dunk, and it hits the corner flag and stays in. And then ends up giving the foul away on Dunk. So unlucky. Should have been a corner there. Benteke and Eze for Zaha and Schlupp. Please, Roy. Benteke will hold it up and give Michy flick-ons to chase. Great shout, mate. I agree. I think that bringing on Benteke as well for the physicality from corners, that defensive, just giving that extra height, and he's great in the air defensively as well as up the pitch, looking to hold on to link up play and hold on to the ball. I definitely agree with that change. Eze on as well. Maybe not for Zaha, maybe Townsend, but Townsend's been a great outlet for us. Zaha chancing. Oh my God. Great challenge from Webster. If he didn't make that, Zaha was in. What a challenge. We're so close on the counter-attack. This last minute or two, that's 2 great chances on the counter-attack we've had. Kevin thinks Luca and Eze on for J Mac and Townsend. I think Jimmy Mac at some point he always gets subbed off. I think the amount of energy he exerts in the games, it's ridiculous, the amount of work he does. And I think at his age now, whether he can do it for 90 minutes consistently is questionable. So I do think he might come off. Chance forward here. Is that a corner? Corner to Palace. Come on, boys. First corner of the half, and it's the first time we've really had a period of possession where we've actually been able to go up the pitch. It's been all Brighton, and now finally we're starting to get some chances or time on our own time of our own in the opposition half. Again, Roy taking typical Roy now, taking all the time in the world for subs. But now with 18 minutes or so to go, perfect time for a sub. I'd bring on Benteke for like Townsend. Or Townsend, will I do it for Townsend? I don't think he'll take Zaha off though. Maybe Benteke for Michy, and Eze on as for Schlupp. I think those would be the subs I'd make at the moment. And then maybe with a few minutes to go, put Luca on for MacArthur, something like that. Oh my God. Corner comes to nothing. It's a throw-in for Brighton. This Lino, you Helm. Stop having a go at him. Come on. I don't care about the Tottenham lineup. Dunk with the ball. Looking to pick a pass, and he's trying to go for a bloody Maldini ball. And it's easy to defend from Ward. Clears it for a throw-in to Brighton. Just over 15 minutes to play. The clock's still slowly but surely ticking down. Come on. What happened to Ayu? I don't know, mate. Again, maybe because the international duty, maybe he has to isolate because of COVID and where he played for Ghana. I don't know. But Batshuayi, whatever's happened to him, I'm sure he's okay. But Batshuayi playing today is the right call, whether he was available or not. It's a hard defending with out wide with Lamptey now, and just goes to show how deep it's got. No foul given. Brilliant from Wilf. Great strength. Lamptey goes to the deck. No, Lino's not having any of it on that right-hand side. Brilliant from Wilf. They're just side by side, and Lamptey's been done by the pace of Wilf. Come on, Palace. A little bit of frustration getting into Brighton players now. They are unhappy about that. Questioning how long it's taking for Vincente to take goal kicks, even though it's just as long as it's always been. Oh, the rest booking Vincente. He's no longer than any other goal kick he's taken. There's still 15 minutes to go, ref. Time wasting my arse. Shane, you know it, mate. I don't care about Tottenham's lineup, mate. This is all that matters at the moment. Goal kick's finally taken. Aka wins the header there, and he gets the second ball, looking to play it into Batshuayi, which he does. He looks to flick it into Townsend's path, doesn't get a hold of it. Brighton mop it up. We've got to try and hold the ball in those areas, boys. Just can't keep giving it back to them. I hate this. 1-0 up for this amount of time. I hate seeing 1-0s out. Are we making a sub? No, Brighton are making 2. They're bringing on McAllister and Connolly. 2 attacking changes. Connolly adds a bit of pace to the attack. McAllister, obviously, is just another attacking player. They're obviously going all for it. No! It's never a foul! Dangerous position to give away a free kick there. Right on the edge of the box. Can't really shoot from there, but it's a really dangerous area to cross it in from. Oh, did Ward really clip him there? Ward was tracking a runner. Oh, God. Free kick to Brighton in a dangerous position here. With the players they've got coming forward, they just know there's units. Right, here come McAllister and Connolly. Who are they coming on for? Lallana. Sick note Lallana, of course. Couple of good passes Lallana made, which put Mopai in, and to be honest, Mopai fluffed his lines so Lallana probably should have had an assist at some point. He comes off for McAllister, and Connolly's coming on for Trossard. Interesting that, because Trossard has been one of their better players going forward, so interesting that, but to be, interesting, yeah, for Solly March still on the pitch. I find that weird that they'd not take off Solly March. But hey ho, this is massive here. Come on, please deal with this free kick, lads. And it's McAllister's first involvement. Puts a cross in. What a header from Chiarte. It's fumbling. It's bouncing around. Riedewald with the header. It's not a free kick. Get on with it. A penalty. Yeah, they know it's not a penalty either. Brighton still with the ball. Ben White. Yeah, they'll check it. It's not a penalty. Blocked cross from Schlupp, but it comes straight to a Brighton player. What are the chances? Solly March, and the ball's plucked. Yes, and now we can counter. Looking for the long ball. Oh, the keeper's come out, and he's mopped it up. We're looking to... The counter-attack's definitely on now, but it is all back to the wall for Palace. Every man behind the ball. Counter-attack is on, but it's the last thing they're all thinking now. It is just about getting 10 men behind the ball and just parking that bus. Ball down the line, overhit by Lamptey, goes up for a goal kick. The VAR, we'll see if VAR's done anything about that penalty, but I don't think they're giving it. None of the Brighton players really went on to... Yeah, it's such a dive. You're diving prick, March. That's why he pulls his leg out. It should be a booking. Diving melt. It's got to be a booking. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Vito, Eze the Magician, get him on. Well, with his maturity, as I said, on the ball, you know, we were holding on to a win against United when he came on, and he did so well to hold the ball and to, you know, see the game out there. And we ended up winning, obviously, 3-1 with his maturity on the ball. We could do with that again here, just having someone who can hold the ball as an outlet and allow players to come back into the game and come into the game and, you know, just stop Brighton holding on to the possession. Who are we bringing on? Oh, we're getting Luca on. Roy's going proper holding on now. Oh, go on, Wilf. Didn't get the foul. That was a chance there. Wilf didn't get the foul, and it's Brighton with the ball again, looking to switch the play. March. Mitchell's there, though. He'll just see this out. March is really shite. It's a goal kick. Brilliant. March is really crap. I'm sorry. How is he still on the pitch? 10 minutes to go, plus injury time. 27 touches in the opposition box for Brighton, 5 for Palace. But all that matters is that scoreline in the top left-hand corner of the screen. 1-0 to Palace. That is all that matters at the end of the day. I don't care that Brighton have battered us this half. You'd expect that. They're trying to get back in the game. All I care is that we see this out. That's all I care about. Schlupp wins the header from Vicente. And we have a throw-in. Oh, come on, Palace. I'm breaking it now. Come on, boys, please. Please. Zaha on the ball. It's a lovely little reverse, but Schlupp wasn't quite on that. And Brian get the ball back. Just we're not holding it. We're not holding it as much as I would like right now. Dunk into Ben White. Can't let them dictate the passing here either. All this time and space for Ben White to pick a pass. And that's a great ball. Great challenge from Chiarte. What a ball from Ben White, by the way. March beats Ward, and instantly you're looking at a chance here for Brian, definitely. But it's a great challenge from Chiarte. But that goes to my point. It's far too much time for Ben White to pick a pass there. We've got to need Batshuayi and Zaha to get on him. Get on him there. Look at that. No one near him. Schlupp's watching him do it as well. We need to get on him. Can't let Ben White dictate like that. It's a lovely pass. It was to see the game out 1-0, mate. Burns is coming off. They're obviously changing formation, going to proper 3 at the back with an extra man on, or Gross, an extra man in the midfield trying to pack out the midfield, because obviously we've only got 2 centre midfielders. Makes sense. Wow, that's annoying. Quite a good solid punch. Goes out for a throw-in. Only thing you can say is, lads, we've been in this position countless times before under Roy, with 1-0 up with this less than 10 minutes to go. And we've, more than not, we've seen the game out. We know how to deal with this situation. That's what you can say. We're experienced in this position. Luca coming on now, first sub for Roy, 82nd minute. If we win the game, there'll be no problems with it. And it's Batshuayi coming off. So we're literally matching Brian with an extra man in the midfield, 3 in the midfield. Zaha on his own up top, I'm going to suggest. So yeah, properly parking the bus now. I doubt we're going to see Eze come on either, unless we maybe go 2-0 up. I can't see Eze coming on now, lads. It might just be the one sub, knowing Roy. He could be just packing it out, or maybe Benteke on. Last 10 minutes, they've had 83% possession, Brighton. We've got to change that. Can't let them keep building the pressure. Bissouma, Lamptey plays it back to Bissouma. And that is shocking. That's gone touchdown. Or 3 points, let's say. Rugby reference. So we're not American. Oh. Yeah, Vito, that's a great point, mate. Not part the tank, let alone part the bus. Graham Potter looking very stressed and nervous. Or is that might just be his normal resting face, to be honest, knowing him. Poor shot from Bissouma. Or was it? I didn't know if it was a cross or a shot, to be honest. It was that bad. Looked like a cross the way he set up for it. Goal kick from Vicente. 6 minutes plus injury time. Please, Palace. Well done, Townsend. Hold the ball, Ward. That's just a lump up the pitch. Oh, Gross makes it there ahead of MacArthur. We could have done with that. I don't care about this bloke. It's someone related to Brighton. Go back to the pitch. Bloody Sky Sports. Come on, boys. Sorry if I'm quiet, guys. It is nervy at the moment, so I apologise if I'm quiet. So throw into Palace. Ward to take. This is so massive. I'm like a broken record, lads, but this is so massive, this game. Winning against Brighton just means everything. Winning, it could honestly, even if we finish like on goal difference above the bottom three, if we win both our games against Brighton, then it's a successful season for me, you know? Maybe, Joseph, but I'm sorry, Joseph, I'm not going to be talking about whether or not we're going to sign wingers next year with 5 minutes to go in this game. I will when we're done, mate, but at the moment I'm too preoccupied, so I apologise. Schlupp again did brilliantly there. As I was talking, sorry, he got in front of Lamptey, and we've done so well to deal with Lamptey, in my opinion. Is that Benteke coming on? I think it is. Is that Benteke getting his shin pad sorted? It is. It's Benteke, so he'll probably come on for Wilf, I imagine, up front, just to give us that extra man, that solid man coming back on corners. Obviously, defensively, he'll offer that height and experience in the air, but going forward, that hold-up play to try and take the pressure off the back four. You got to say, having Cahill in there has been fantastic today. Oh wow, Webster's dropped like a sack of spuds. Free kick to Brighton around the halfway line. Come on. Accidental there. He kind of studs him on the back of the foot. It's not a red card. It was accidental, but it's a yellow for Jimmy Mack. Yeah, Benteke, it makes sense, that sub. What a challenge. What a challenge from Schlupp. What a challenge. You beautiful man. Plays the ball long again to Wilf. I don't know why we're doing this. Just hold the ball, guys, because it's coming straight back to us. When Benteke's on, then play the ball up to him like that. But I don't know why we're doing it when it's just Wilf up top. Let's just hold the ball. It's coming straight back. Switch of play. There's a lot of space out here for Lamptey, but Mitchell's across to it. Ball inside to Basuma. Webster, who's well into the half now, out wide to Solly March, who's looking to cross. He skins Townsend, and Townsend, that's a tired, lazy leg out, and it's another free kick for Brighton. Benteke coming on for Schlupp. Why would he... Taking off Schlupp. Why are we taking off Schlupp? He's been one of our best players. Maybe it's because it's his first start or something. I don't know, coming back from a knock. I don't know why, though. I'd take Wilf off right now, because Wilf, at this point in the game, let's be real, isn't going to do much for us. It's more about... That's a strange one for me. That's a strange one. Shupp's played well, and defensively, he's had Lamptey on toast. Wilf's got to go out wide now and do that job. Benteke getting into the box to help defend this free kick. It's going to be an in-swinger from McAllister. Please, boys, deal with this. The whistle goes. McAllister steps up. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was a fumble around. Guaita didn't hold it, and it was fumbling around, and he pounced on it. Dunk's kicking off because he's getting frustrated because he's going to lose again. And Zaha's got him in his back pocket again. I think bodies came across the front of him. No, and it was parried in front of him by Vincente, but then he dove back on the ball, so can relax. It's all good. Cahill again, marshalling everything there, making sure we don't lose our heads and start kicking and getting, kicking off with. Dunk was proper kicking at the ball there. That was naughty. That had every right to kick the ball, but not our man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Graham, he's got his head in his hands. He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Come on. Look at this. Match stats. 16 shots. Only 2 on target for Brighton, though. So, yes, they've had a lot of shots, but they've not done anything with them. Vincente's hardly been tested. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal. That's Palace to a T at the moment. Awful when you think about it, but bloody clinical. Ward, what have you done there? Fucking hell, Ward. Shit clearance, and it's 1-1. Crap from Ward. It's a deflection on the shot from McAllister. It was an absolute bullet. Yeah, no way he was keeping that out. And the ball forward. Ward had time and he shanks the clearance straight into the path of Mopai. Passes it to the side. We were in control and it was an error. He could have let that run. He didn't even need to hit that first time. God, that's frustrating. 7 minutes injury time. We've just gone into injury time, lads. 7 minutes. This could still go either way. Now it's Brighton who started to just sit back a little bit. We've got possession of the ball. Sahar out wide. I can't believe we've just done that. All that work. Decent ball, slightly overhit, goal kick. Can't believe we've done that. It's poor. At that stage of the game, it's just, Ward, mate, he's usually so reliable, but that was so bad. He didn't even need to hit it first time. He could have controlled it. There wasn't really anyone around him, and it was just a lack of concentration. And, people are going to criticise how we played, obviously, and that if we don't get the win from here, there's 6 minutes left of injury time. If we don't get the win here, No, that's not a foul, ref. God's sake. Oh, that's so painful that. People are going to criticise Roy for the way we've approached this second half, but, we were so close. We could still win this, obviously. I doubt it. We'll be looking to just make sure we don't lose it now, but we will criticise the way you would approach the second half, and yeah, you've maybe got a point, but if we got the win, then it didn't matter at the end of the day, does it? Especially in this game. Corner to Brighton. God, when we don't. It's been so long since we've done that and conceded late on. It's been so long since we've done that. I thought those days were past us as well. Please don't lose it now, boys. Please don't lose it. Corner to Brighton. I would have taken a draw before the game, probably. It's just a killer when you're so close to a win. Please don't. Please don't win. Gross with the corner. That's a red! That's a red! Yeah, dunks off. Red card, you filthy 2-footed lunge in. Chance now. Got 4 minutes. 4 minutes with them. They're down to 10 men. That was filthy from Dunk. Filthy. Straight red as well. That'll be massive for them in the next few weeks, having him without him in the side. Prick. That was disgusting, that. Get off the pitch, you melt. That's your captain for you. Fucking hell. Sorry for my language, guys, but that was absolutely disgusting. Yeah, it was worse, mate. Filthy. He makes the long walk. 3 minutes to go. Probably going to be a few more minutes added on now because of the Cahill's getting treatment. Just come back from injury. First game back, he gets absolutely clattered like that. It's filthy. No, they're showing the McAllister goal again. Forget that. Don't want to see that mistake again. Don't care. Did have a slight deflection. To be honest, I think it was probably going in without the deflection anyway. Zaha's getting in a bit of a... Zaha's shouting at a few of the players there. Getting in a bit of an argument with Webster. Yeah, there will be. Sorry, I'm quiet, guys. I'm just looking at what's happening here. Yeah, Wilf just getting they're just being told to calm down. But time's going to be there's going to be at least another 3 minutes added on, I think, to added time. We've got just over a minute left of injury time. Brian down to 10 men. Chance here potentially for us to go at it. Whether or not we do or not, I don't know. But chance here. We've got to go for it now, surely. Cahill's back up, which is good to see. He is walking very gingerly. Hopefully he's all right. Come on. Jimmy Matt picks up the ball. Got a minute left of injury time, but we're going to expect at least a couple more minutes added on for the time we've lost. Zaha against Lamptey. Townsend with the ball in. Hey, Benteke! Benteke! Oh! Just couldn't get the ball down. Zaha, and it's pinballing around. We've got a chance here. Corner. No, it's a goal kick. Benteke, the ball just wouldn't drop. The ball just didn't drop. Oh my God, there was a chance there for Benteke. They didn't touch, weren't man marking him there. They weren't touched tight. Allowed him to take the ball down. Oh, the ball just dropped and he could get a shot off. Half a chance there. There's still time to go. The 97 minutes is up. We've surely got another couple minutes to play though after that red card. Surely still got about 99 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, it's not a pen. Get up. He was looking for it. He's looking for it. Chiata does very well. He could have easily given away a pen. It's not a pen, though. Palace with the ball. Come on, boys. One more chance. Mitchell plays it wide. Zaha's trying to get ahead of Lamptey. Can't get there. Gives away the foul. Come on, Palace. Jacob, mate. Stop being a twat. I'm sure the ref's going to blow now. It's a free kick for Brighton. No, he's still playing. Still got another minute, I'd say then. Good header from Luca. Ward, well read Ward. Gets out to that. Plays it up the pitch. Throw into Brighton on the halfway line. Throw into Palace. It's going to hit 100 minutes here, this clock. 30 seconds, and then we're at 100 minutes. Last chance. Is this last chance? Mitchell with a bit of space here on the left. Oh, it's a poor pass, and Lamptey plucks it. Good defending from Mitchell, though, after that error with the pass. Lamptey. What a block from Chiarte. That was going in. What a block from Chiarte. 100 minutes we're at now. Full time. It's finished. Palace. So close. Palace won, Brighton won. We were under the cosh that second half. We were asking for it at times, and eventually they got the equaliser very late on. Deserved the draw, that Brighton. They did deserve the draw, but at the end of the day, not the worst result in the world, but it hurts when we were 1-0 up for so long. There's going to be a lot of people I know who are going to be upset on Twitter, criticising Roy and the way we approached the game, and why we didn't go for a second. And I understand that, but you know, we were a few minutes away from the game plan being perfect, and unfortunately, that late goal's in, and then there's going to be criticism, of course. Gutted for that, but it's not the worst point at the end of the day. There were a lot of draws yesterday as well, don't forget. So it's not like we've lost ground on anyone in particular. What's that? 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 wins, 2 losses in the draw. It's a pretty solid start. With the start we've had, it's a decent start to the season. We've now got a run of fixtures coming up, with Fulham coming up next, I believe, where we've got winnable games, and I'll be expecting us to get 3 or 6 points. I'll be 4 or 6 points in the next 3 games, minimum. We've got a winnable run of games coming up. So finish here. Palace 1 and Brighton 1, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Almost got it over the line today on I'm not going to call it Derby Day, but on the rivalry day. Ward, and they were showing the goal back. Killer. We should have got the result. It was Ward's misplaced clearance at the end of the day that cost us. Defence was brilliant throughout. Schlupp, big shout out to Schlupp and Mitchell dealing with Lamptey really well down that side. Chiarte, Guaita, Jairo Riedewald, Cahill, that diamond were brilliant throughout the game. All of them played 90 minutes. Obviously, Jairo could have easily come off at some point, but absolutely 100% the best part of that was seeing Cahill back in and how well he and Chiarte marshalled that back four, defended with their lives at times. And Chiarte as well, Riedewald as well, especially in the first half to break up the play. Brilliant. Adam, Roy has to go. Stop. It's so reactionary, honestly. Stop it. Just, no. A point gain, they were much better. Yeah, they were better. We played in that way, unfortunately, to invite pressure, and we could have come out and stopped that at some point, and it is frustrating that we didn't, but it's a point, an okay point. It hurts a lot more the fact that we conceded so late and 3 points were within our grasp. But it's not. I said before the game, a point is not the end of the world in this fixture. It's just you cannot get a loss. You cannot lose. Benteke should have been on in the 60th minute. Why play aerial balls when there was no height with doing them? Yeah, exactly, mate. It made no sense. But hey, we move on. We move on, guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Disappointed we couldn't see that out, but a point at the end of the day, not the end of the world in this fixture. It's another game unbeaten against Brighton. And we've got winnable games coming up, guys. Don't forget that. We've got winnable games coming up, okay? So please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all next time.